What's up, everybody? It's Wes and Andy. Welcome back to this lovely Tuesday evening. It's Tuesday, August 20th in the year 2024. That makes this edition of Random Fandom number 72.
72.
Number 72 in the catalog. Speaking of the catalog, I forgot to do that. I forgot to do that thing. I want to do this thing.
Okay.
We had a milestone.
We did.
We had a milestone. Completely missed it. Well, that's not true. I did remember it. Oh my God, there it is.
Right there.
I remembered it when I saw it, and Facebook is good for that. Facebook will remind you of things.
They're good for bringing up memories.
But this memory came up like, I don't know, a couple of weeks ago. And why is it not adding? That's the one I want. Open that. Come on now.
What's up?
Oh, I'm doing it twice now. Oh man, I wanted to make a point of, we could have talked about this on Sunday night. We forgot to. Either way, late is late. However,
better late.
Look at us, man. We are 3 years
into live streaming.
We've just crossed the 3-year threshold of live stream. That worked out pretty nice. That's right in the middle. And with very few interruptions, we have been consistently streaming at least once a week, if not twice a week, for the last 3 years.
Yep.
Man, that makes me happy. I don't know why. It just does.
It's a milestone.
It makes me happy.
Good one.
I feel good about that. And still loving the show. Still loving hanging out with you. Still loving hanging out with all of them.
Yeah, they bring so much.
Speaking of them,
Gaz, who is here.
We'll say hi to Gaz. Hello, Gaz. Nice to see you. Our good friend TJC. Here we are. Oh, thank you very much. Really appreciate that. Yeah, 3rd streaming anniversary. It came and went. Never even thought about it. Well, except for when I saw the memory and didn't think to talk about it. Sarah's here. Hi, Sarah. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. What else we got going on? That's the milestone I wanted to talk about.
Well, this is week 2 of our new musically based segment.
It is week 2. Week 2 for that. If you were here last week, we ran we've put Lexicon on indefinite hiatus. I won't say it's gone.
It's never gone.
It's gone for now. We weren't sure how we were going to handle this, but Andy pulled out a new game for us. Misheard Lyrics.
Guess the song using
only misheard lyrics. And I thought it was good. I had a good time doing that. So this week we've fleshed it out
a little bit more. It's a more polished.
It's a fully polished segment now. So that's going to be some fun. However, before we do that, we should probably get to that thing that we do. It is
Random Fandom Trivia.
Nice.
I know the sounder sounds a little different this week. For some reason, when I was doing some editing work today, I lost the original Random Fandom sounder. I had to re-record it, so that's why it sounds a little different. Sorry for that.
Oh, good.
Keeps the show fresh.
It does.
All right, man.
That brings us to our question. So
nice.
Go ahead and switch it up here.
Oh dear, a Simpsons question. Oh
yeah, Simpsons questions all the way.
I am so out of touch with the Simpsons. Although
this one might be easy.
All right.
On The Simpsons, Marge and her sisters Patty and Selma are voiced by which actress?
Oh dear, all three of them are the same person.
They are. Is it A, Nancy Cartwright, B, Tress MacNeille, C, Julie Kavner, or D, Maggie Roswell?
I only recognize 2 of those names.
Well, one of them is like cross-platform, super famous.
Wow. Sean was like immediately, bang, he had an answer immediately. And he says, C. When somebody rings in that fast, I'm inclined to believe them.
Well,
Silver Spider's here.
says
He
the same
says
thing.
C as well. Sarah's
Sarah?
coming in at A. Oh, see, that's one of the names I know. Now you're throwing a wrench in it for me. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. All right.
And Sarah wishes a happy anniversary. Thank you.
Oh yeah, thank you very
and
much.
Gaz
Yeah.
says, what? Lexicon on
Yes,
hiatus?
yes. Lexicon is on hiatus as we flesh out our new game. And hopefully you will stick around for that because it's a lot of fun. DJ's got one for us. In light of the new game, finish the lyrics, wrong lyrics only. We have joy, we have fun, we have hot dogs in a bun. That's what you're going for, right? That was it, right?
I think so.
I hope so.
Oh, Gaz says C.
C. It is a landslide of C's, except for Sarah, who says A.
So what are you going to lock in at?
Listen, Sean was like half a second. Bang, he was there.
Snap decision.
I believe that.
Fair enough.
And I believe that Sean is a bigger Simpsons fan than me, and I believe this is something he would know. Therefore, guys, I'm picking C just because Sean and Silver chose it. I'm with all of you. C it is. Lock it in. Not phoning a friend.
All right. Well, all in for all in.
Okay.
Anybody who picked C, you are correct.
What?
Yeah, Julie Kavner, voice of Marge and her sisters Patty and
Oh,
Selma.
that's fantastic.
For over 770 episodes now.
Well, I mean, we live in an era now where there are generations of people that don't know life without
Yeah,
The Simpsons.
truly,
They've
because
just
like
always
starting
been
in
there.
1989, I mean, she started in acting and whatnot in 1975, and she's got a whole host of it, but it is mainly dominated by The Simpsons.
No way.
Yeah.
Wait. What? Sean, what are you saying? You don't watch The Simpsons. You were the first one to ring in on that. Like half a second and you were there, man. You mean you don't watch? You must have watched at some point, though. Even I watched in the early days, maybe the first, I don't know, 7 seasons, maybe.
Well, I think they're up to like season 40 or something like that, aren't they?
I don't even keep track anymore. All I know is that Futurama just came back with a new season. I'm happy about that.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
With a higher episode count for this.
I believe
this
so.
new
Snow go around.
Are we calling this a revival series?
Can we call it a revival since it's still technically the same?
It is. Like in the same
I mean-
vein that X-Men 97 is a revival of X-Men. It's the same show. It's just we're picking up where we left off.
I guess so.
Because the first revival season was not very long.
No,
It was not very long at all. But that's okay. That's okay.
Silver Spider says, yeah, I know my Simpsons.
See, somebody's got to know. I don't. So,
Oh, but here's a follow-up to your other lyrics from Tej.
not the version we used to sing. Oh, do you want to share? Listen, if you're willing to share, I'm willing to sing it.
I mean, we're 8 minutes in now, so I think we're past the point where swearing.
Oh, we're allowed to swear
counts.
now.
Yeah,
we can swear now. I'm not going to George Carlin it though.
No, we don't need the 7 dirty words just yet.
No. Sean says, I just knew who it was. I haven't seen The Simpsons in years. Okay,
Fair enough.
so yeah, we're in the same boat.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Nancy Cartwright is the voice of Bart.
Yeah, and
Tress
and,
McNeil does a whole bunch. I know.
well, see, Julie Kavner was the other name that I thought I knew, but I wasn't pegging her as
Marge, Patty, and Selma.
as the Bouviers.
Mm,
Is that right? The Bouviers?
I believe so.
Marge Bouvier.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, there you go.
Tell
Julie
the
Kavner.
boss I'm going to my car and I won't be back for 10 minutes.
I remember that one. What's Gaz saying here?
Speaking of revival seasons, can we get a revival of Buck Rogers, please?
Why
It
not?
was a web series, short-lived web series, I think, early 2000s, early to mid 2000s, that had Gil Gerard and I was about to say Wilma Deering, Aaron Gray playing the parents of that version of Buck Rogers. Although I agree, when you say a revival, you do mean the 1980 Buck Rogers in the 25th century. That's the one that I think of anyway.
I think we should get a Duck Dodgers revival in the 24th and a half century.
Duck Dodgers. Sorry, I'm reading Teach's comment here as I prepare to. Okay, I'm just going to wing it here. We have joy, we have fun, flicking boogies at the sun, but the sun got too hot and the boogies turned to snot. How was that?
Not bad.
Does that work?
I don't remember that version myself, but okay.
Nice.
Hey, Michael
Michael Martinez. Hello, sir. Everything's great in our neck of the woods. We survived the weird weather that we had over the last couple of days, which really,
Yeah.
it's just rain.
And now it's turned to like fall.
We went from having the hottest summer ever here to it's September now.
Yeah. My son
I
today
don't know what
says, do we not have a heater? Can we turn the heater on? I'm like, buddy, it's August.
Put a sweater on, man.
Exactly.
Put a sweater on.
Oh.
Gaz says that apparently something is happening with Buck in 2026. And yes, WB, Duck Dodgers, please. I hear you, man.
Mm-hmm.
All I can say is we were young.
We were.
Ah, the misspent youth.
Yeah.
That's all right, though.
It was a good time, though, because nothing's documented.
There was no evidence.
No cell phones back
No
then.
evidence.
That's right.
All right, should we get on with the news?
I suppose we should. We got a
Oh,
couple,
man.
couple sad notes this week. Legendary TV talk show host pioneer Phil Donahue has passed away at the age of 88.
I see that photo, and that's exactly how I remember Phil.
Yeah, like the straight version of Leslie Nielsen.
I'm sorry, I
Like
shouldn't
the
laugh
straight
at that.
man version.
I shouldn't laugh at that, but yes.
Yeah.
Oh my God, yeah. Tell me that man did not sort of pave the road.
Pioneer for sure.
I was talking about that with my wife today, and we were trying to think of like who were the earliest ones that you can think of
for daytime talk shows.
And do we know what year his show went on the air?
I know he began his work in journalism in 1950s.
Sure.
Believe
Phil Donahue show,
Yeah.
1967. Wow.
Yeah, and that's the first version of it. It did get let go, but he had a revival just called Donahue, I believe, in the 2000s.
I didn't
It was
realize he had a
short-lived,
comeback.
but, yeah. Oh, my bad. 1996.
96. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, Phil Donahue, and then I think the next one after that, at least as far as my wife and I could figure out, believe it or not, Sally Jesse Raphael.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think her show started in 80. She started in radio.
Yeah.
But then transitioned to television. I think her show came on in 83 and stayed on until like 2002.
Who's the other guy? The mustache guy.
Oh, Geraldo Rivera.
Yeah, that's the one.
He was working in journalism.
Yeah.
Yep. And that led me to think of all of the other TV hosts. Like, and I was trying to think of the other lady. Do you remember Jenny Jones?
Yeah.
Remember the Jenny Jones show? I feel like she got canceled.
Probably.
Like, I mean, like canceled in the way we would talk about canceling someone
now.
today. Yeah. I don't remember though.
Then there was the black-haired girl that everybody thought was part of Wilson Phillips.
Ricky Lake.
That's the one.
Ricky
Was
Lake.
she part of Wilson Phillips?
No, she was not. She's an actress though, and she did Hairspray.
Okay.
She did Hairspray the movie, not the stage production.
I recall the lesbian joke from back then. For any
Holy
lesbian
cow, man.
Oh, there you go, Silver Spider.
That's a whole litany there. We got the Montel Williams, yeah, Jenny Jones, Jerry Springer, obviously, Ricky Lake.
Maury Povich.
Seriously.
Joe Fan
84 is here. Hello, sir. Nice to see you. Having a good evening, I hope.
Mm-hmm.
At least as good as we are, anyway.
Yeah.
Phil Donahue left this world.
Yep.
That's really too bad. Haven't thought about Phil though in a long time.
No, he's been away from the public eye for recent years.
What aged what?
88.
88. Wow.
Yeah. Born in 1935.
I still feel like, and I guess this is me just sort of looking at my own mortality. I really hope that I get even somewhere remotely close to that.
Yeah.
Like 88, there's nothing to shake a stick at there.
No.
Oh, Joe Fan, I just got off work, so I'm better now.
Excellent.
After a hard day's work, look at you get to come home to us.
Yeah.
Well, that's all right. Don't forget about the Morton Downey
my
Jr. show.
God.
Oh my God.
I had forgotten about that one, but
What?
damn.
All I think of is Iago.
Yeah. Yeah, but that wasn't Morton Downey.
No,
Jr.
that's
that was
they had a similar. Oh my God, I gotta look him up now.
Come on, brain, because he's passed on too.
Yep.
And he did that really awesome one where he read 50 Shades of Grey for
Oh my gosh, you know, you're right. Oh my God, yeah,
Gilbert Godfrey.
Morton Downey Jr. I forgot about this guy.
But he was in Predator 2, was he not?
Morton Downey Jr.?
Yeah. As the asshole reporter who kept bugging.
Oh, he may have been, in fact.
I believe he was.
That. Now I'm put this up here so we can all. There's Morton Downey Jr.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing like back in the days when you could just do everything with a cigarette in your hand.
Yep. Smoking on live TV. There you go.
Oh, man. Well, it's sad to see that Phil is no longer with us, but considering that I haven't thought about him in a number of years, I guess that's okay. I mean, it doesn't send anything, doesn't console anybody who's with the family, but man, we'd all be lucky enough to make it to 88. So, of course.
I mean, really, it wasn't, they didn't reveal any details about why. I mean, it could be natural causes. It could be sickness.
Yeah.
He died at his home surrounded by his family, including his wife of 44 years, Marlo Thomas.
Oh, man.
His sister, his children were there, his grandchildren, and his beloved golden retriever, Charlie.
Oh.
Were all by his side. So
don't get me going on the dogs, man.
I know. But he was surrounded by love. So that's a good way to go.
Absolutely. And I mean, look, here we are once again, as we do this week in, week out. And even though, like I said, I haven't personally thought about Phil, here we are talking about him right now. And I hope that other people who were influenced by him or his show.
Well, would there be an Oprah if there was no Phil Donahue?
That's a good question. That is
or would there be The View or any of that stuff?
No, I really don't think so. Again, you talk about being a pioneer. It's the oldest talk show of that format that I can recall. Joe Fan, sorry, I want to make it to my 90s, but if I can't take care of myself, then nah. No, I hear you.
Yeah.
I absolutely hear you.
I don't want to burden anyone with wiping my butt.
Nope. No, thank you. No, thank you. That guy smoked like 2 packs of cigarettes a show. Oh, you mean Morton Downey Jr.? Yeah. I remember him, but I can't remember him from what. Morton Downey or Phil? Phil Donahue had his own talk show. Morton Downey Jr. had his own talk show.
Yeah.
Awful. Awful.
Teach saying here.
In the UK, we had Parkinson, Wogan, and Des O'Connor. I feel like I've heard of O'Connor before. Did he get canceled? Did he do something controversial? Did he touch somebody?
I have no idea. The name does not ring a bell for me.
Somebody came up in the news not that long ago, and it might have been him. I don't remember.
Well, Sinead O'Connor did pass, right?
Different O'Connor.
I know, but O'Connor in the headlines, right?
Oh, I guess so. Yeah, no, you're right. Maybe that's what I'm thinking of. Maybe I'm getting it confused.
Maybe. But anyway, condolences to his family.
We got another one? Oh, no, this one.
Great white vocalist Jack Russell has passed at 63.
That's not that old.
No.
And let me tell you, have you listened to Great White in the last decade?
Can't say that I have.
Oh,
but
80s hair metal, you think it's formulaic and they're all the same.
They're not.
They're really not, man.
No.
And God, I think you think of Great White, and I think everybody thinks of Once Bitten, Twice Shy.
Yeah.
But I think when I think of Great White, I immediately go to Rock Me, which has this incredible, long, it's a song that would never make it on the radio today because it's got a musical intro without any lyrics. That's probably it's over a minute. Nowadays the song it's get
3 minutes and 4 seconds or you're done.
Right. Jack Russell just announced that he was suffering from oh my God, it was
Lewy body dementia.
Lewy body dementia earlier this year.
Multiple system atrophy. So a double shot.
And it's taken his life, and quite quickly.
Yeah.
Because he just announced that not too long ago.
Yeah, less than a month after he announced it.
Speaking of Great White, I mean, the band is not without controversy. They had one of the worst
Mhm.
accidents in musical history when they
Pyrotechnic.
yeah, a
explosion.
pyrotechnic accident that
It claimed the life of like 104
yeah,
people, and then
burned a bar down and took their
injured a
guitars.
bunch more.
Yeah. But it's strangely enough, in some ways he recovered from that and kept it going under his name, Jack Russell's Great White.
Mhm.
It's sad that he's gone. But when you're suffering from something like that,
Yeah,
maybe this is
an easier
I guess I hate to say
mercy,
that
really.
death is better than alive, but
Well, that's what they said in Pet Cemetery.
they said what?
Sometimes death is better.
Wow.
But
I
yeah,
want
there
to see
was.
what your backyard looks like.
It's not a Pet Cemetery, I swear.
Okay, that's good. With the Ramones in the background.
There you go.
You remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They
Okay,
sing
you
the
do. Okay,
song.
I remember the
Yeah.
Ramones. Yeah. I don't want to be buried in a pet cemetery.
Yeah.
I think it was like that.
It was.
Yeah,
And then
yeah.
the next line is "Don't want to live my life again."
Yeah, that's it. That is it.
But,
Oh man, I want to get to the music game. Not yet.
Not yet.
Gotta wait.
So you're Sean's hand.
I watched Geraldo did the Al Capone vault on TV. Oh right,
And
yeah,
then
that's right.
Weird Al did it in UHF, where they found Al Capone's glove compartment. And he's like, "Look, road maps."
That's funny. Gaz says my buddy was supposed to go to that station show that night. Wow,
Lucky.
dodged a bullet on that one. I think.
Mm.
Horrible accident. You don't wish that on anybody.
No.
I don't know what the resolution to that was, where they found fault. If there was, I remember at the time there was some discussion about whether they were licensed to even use indoor pyro. There was some
Was the
questions.
venue big enough for it?
That was a question. Well, it was supposed to be indoor pyro,
Yeah.
but then there was also a question of whether or not the person responsible for triggering them was actually qualified to do so.
Did he have his pyro license?
Yeah, and I remember seeing the news footage of the people literally, like, imagine like a standard interior door frame and people, just bodies stacked in the door frame trying to, and they just could not move.
It's like that scene out of It that they never filmed.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh. Yeah, something like that, but
not quite as racially motivated.
No.
But
anyway,
yeah,
our thoughts go out to the Russell family.
Yeah. But moving on here, this one has nothing to do with that. We got our newest trailer for Kraven the Hunter, and we get our first look at the rhino.
It's funny that we go right to that, because after watching the trailer twice now, when you watch the trailer, by the way, this is a split second. This is like a hair, like it is. If you blink, you
fractions,
literally blink and you'll miss it. And yet this is the most compelling part of the trailer.
It is.
I hate to say that.
It is. I mean, they've got Johnny Cash singing "When the Man Comes Around," but they repeat it so much it loses meaning.
I don't know how this is gonna go. I mean,
well, again, we don't have a comic accurate rhino. I mean, he's taken some sort of serum that rhinos him up like the Hulk, but
maybe that's that's a one and done. Like, you take it and now you are for the rest of your days. I don't know.
I don't think it will, because there's multiple times in the trailer where you do see him dumping this little formula, and then he starts going all gray and crusty.
Fair enough.
What's Teach saying here?
Teach, going back to the talk show hosts, Parkinson, Wogan, and Des O'Connor have all passed away. Des O'Connor was in shows every year between 1963 and the early 2000s, a feat only Bob Barker has achieved. Wow. Or should I say equaled? Yeah, that's a fair thing to say. Gaz, wait, what? I thought this Kraven trailer was a joke. I didn't know it was real.
Oh, it's real. And it's coming to theaters December 13th.
Yeah, Aaron Taylor Johnson
taking his third crack at a hero. You're third or fourth?
You're including Kick-Ass?
I am including Kick-Ass.
And
so we've got Kick-Ass,
Quicksilver, Kraven. What else?
Wasn't there one more for him?
I don't think so.
Oh, that's right. It was the other guy that did the second Quicksilver.
Oh, the other Quicksilver.
Yes, right.
The X Universe Quicksilver.
Yeah.
Sean says, I can't wait to see it. I'm again with. I love a good superhero movie, so I'm cautiously optimistic, but I'm not
I mean, it's the Sony Spider-Verse, so it's another Spider-Man movie without Spider-Man.
sure. So I mean, if
Craven
this
is
is,
not a hero.
but here's the thing: the Sony Spider Verse is already blurred now because
It's
the Tom Holland
foobarred.
Spider Man and Tom Hardy's Venom, they exist in the same continuity now.
Mhm.
Maybe not the same universe or same timeline, but in the same continuity as the MCU.
Yep.
So
This is just multiverse.
it's I love a good multiversal thing, but I feel like where the movies are concerned, the Sony Marvel thing, it's almost getting like,
They're just it's the Fox thing all over
I was
again.
gonna
They're
say
making it to hold the rights.
it's the DC universe when they okay, time for another crisis event because this shit's too fucked up. We gotta sort our shit out.
Fix it again.
We're almost due for a movie re, restart.
Yeah.
What's Gaz saying? Oh, but Craven isn't a hero, or
No.
did I miss something? No,
No,
neither
he's
was
not.
Morbius.
No, Morbius. Well, Morbius is weird because he's actually not considered a villain anymore.
No,
But he started as a villain, yes.
yeah, absolutely, absolutely. How do we feel about this version of Rhino compared to Paul Giamatti?
I love Paul Giamatti, but they did him dirty with the Rhino mech suit.
I actually didn't have a problem with the mech suit. I thought it was
It
an interesting way
it
to
fit in more with like that universe's dealings, I guess. When you look at the technology they had in the basement for
Oh
like
yeah.
octopus arms, the vulture suits, the
Yeah, when
goblin
we
glider.
had the groundwork for a Sinister Six movie sitting right there, and then nope, we're not doing that.
Oh, with that, Tom Holland take over.
And then of course, No Way Home, Andrew Garfield gets his moment, and I think that the collective fandom kind of went, give that man another movie,
Yep.
myself included. I'm not saying that we have to go back and revisit Giamatti's Rhino, but
Bring him back. I'm all for it.
I don't know how I feel about this. I mean, Craven the Hunter going after the Rhino. I guess so. An animal themed bad guy for a hunter themed guy
hunter. Yeah.
who's not necessarily a villain.
Well,
He's just kind of amoral, I guess.
well,
Are we do you call him a villain?
I'm not calling him a villain in this one. Because he's going out after poachers and he's like an anti-hero, kind of like the Punisher.
Yeah.
Trying to do good, but then still trying to, I don't know if he's trying to earn his father's respect or his father is the villain.
Yep.
But
damn you, Marvel, Sony, damn you to hell.
After Madam Web, man, like it was fine if it's not
Didn't bother
related,
watching it.
But
although it's I think it's up now.
it is. It's available on Crave.
Yeah, so
I did watch it.
For those of you in Canada, you can now watch it on Crave.
And it's actually kind of funny because some of the memes and jokes from that have rolled over into the comments of the Kraven trailer.
Oh boy.
So like the one where in Madam Web they're like, your mother was in the forest studying spiders. Well, now it's like he was in the forest hunting cravens.
He was in the jungle hunting lions.
Yeah. Bit by a radioactive lion.
That's funny. Can we call this the Naugahyde movie?
Maybe.
Naugahyde the Dreadnought? I totally get it. I get it. Just give him a hat. G'day, mate.
Yep. Moving on. Have you ever wanted to live in a haunted house?
That's a big fat negative, sir.
Even if it's not really haunted?
No.
It's at least super famous.
Okay. What, the Amityville house?
No.
Get out.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to live in that
Time to go.
But I would want to live in this one. The house from Poltergeist is up for sale for the first time in 45 years.
It looks a lot nicer there than it did in the movie.
It does. The pool in the backyard is actually finished. No more skeletons.
I was going to say, yeah. And then wasn't there construction on the front side of the house?
A little bit.
At the end of the movie when everything busted out of the roof?
Well, by the end of the movie, it's just a smoking crater.
You're right.
But,
you're right.
So,
I mean, as somebody who's owned a house or two, that's a nice looking place from the outside.
Yeah. For sure. And the interior photography is pretty good too. It's located just outside Los Angeles in Simi Valley.
Okay.
It's 16,000 square feet.
Oh dear.
4 bedrooms, 2.5 bathrooms, a large swimming pool, and a jacuzzi. But the seller promises there's no ghosts, which I
Thank
would
you.
assume. But if you're going to make an offer on this, you're going to have to start around 1.174 million,
That's
which
US
is the
dollars, by the way.
asking price.
Okay.
Yeah.
Does that, I mean, I don't know what the price of real estate is in the Simi Valley, but does the 1.174, does that account for the celebrity associated with the house?
It might. I mean, it is a large place. Like, it looks to be like at least a 2.5 car garage.
I was thinking the same thing. I don't know, like a house like that where we live, man, I couldn't afford it. I couldn't afford it anyway.
I couldn't afford it, but I'd still like to live there. I'd be the dork going there just for the open house and taking pictures.
He says, "Do you want to live in a haunted house? Not just any house, the Poltergeist house? No,
Just stay out of the closet. You'll be fine.
no, thank you. They're here.
Yeah.
Uh-uh.
But, if you're interested and you got the cash, apparently Lauren Murdoch of Equity Union Real Estate is the one holding.
Oh,
the
so we'll
listing.
just look
So
him up.
just head on over there and make your offer.
How many tire kickers has he gotten already?
I think it might be a her.
How many tire kickers has she gotten already?
I don't know, probably a few. But yeah, Poltergeist house up for sale.
All right.
This next one is good news. I'm taking this as good news.
Okay.
Camila Mendez is set for the role of Tila
Oh,
in the Amazon MGM and Mattel's Masters of the Universe film.
I found this interesting because as I read this article and it's like, oh, now added to the cast, which includes,
Yeah.
I didn't know that He-Man had been cast.
No.
That
But
blows me away.
apparently it's being closely guarded, so good on them for that.
No, they named him.
No, the film itself.
Oh, sorry. Yes, the
file.
movie itself.
But,
well, so here's the thing. It's an MGM movie. It's an Amazon movie,
Yeah.
Which is fine because it was originally going to be a Netflix movie.
Yeah.
Now, have you watched any Amazon originals lately?
Roadhouse was an Amazon original.
It was. Yeah, and it was okay.
It was okay.
I just watched one the other night with John Cena and Aquafina.
Oh, is that Jackpot?
Might be.
Because I watched the other one, that Ricky Stenicki.
The Ricky Stenicki movie was actually funny though.
It was all right.
The one with Aquafina,
Jackpot.
It was wild. And then it had Simu Liu playing the villain in it. So it was like we got a Shang-Chi cast reunion going on here and John Cena. Like this should be good.
Well, you can't
It
see
wasn't.
him, so it's just a Shang-Chi reunion.
And then at the end, when the credits roll and it's like, oh, directed by Paul Feig, I'm like, well, that's why it's so quirky and bizarre. It just didn't resonate with me. So, I mean, the flip side of that is Amazon original television has been fantastic with things like The Boys, Gen V, and Reacher. So I'm, again, cautiously optimistic. We have an original script draft from the Nee brothers.
Yep.
That's being now reworked again. But the Nee brothers were like super, super passionate. And I know way, way back, if you recall, way back when we did a little talk about the Motu movie, we had a clip from one of the brothers talking about their experience working on it. So as long as that energy is maintained, if the people who are doing this are as passionate about it as the fans are,
if they're as passionate about it as the folks over at Red Cereal with the
Fall of Grayskull, yeah,
then we'll be okay.
I got a soft spot for the Lundgren movie. I can't help it. It is what it is. But I am definitely, I want to see a more
modern.
Can I say a more toyetic movie? Not that the 87 movie wasn't. We did get a few toys from that, but
something set in Eternia.
That's where I get nervous because when we read that
it's all good. Just send them to New Zealand. Lord of the Rings is there.
It's already been Middle
Eternia
Earth. It might as well be Eternia at the same time.
Yeah.
I was just going to say, when we were talking about this the last time, the discussion was Adam was going to go to Earth. And I'm like, but he's got to go back. He's got to go back to Eternia. I hope so. Yes, Tej, Masters Universe, cult classic. Absolutely. Yeah. Damn you, Canon Films.
Yeah, apparently Travis Knight is going to be directing it based on a screenplay by Chris Butler, and that was worked out from the
Yeah,
original draft
the
from
Knee
the Knee
brothers.
Brothers
Yeah,
and
yeah.
David Callahan. But this is the part that gets me. Apparently, it will release exclusively in theaters worldwide July 5th, 2026.
That's
That's a
in the grand
not
scheme of
far
things.
away.
That's less than a year away. When you consider that,
Well, year and a, I guess it's just under the 2-year mark.
oh, sorry, 26. Yeah,
Yeah.
sorry. I'm thinking 25.
But like as
Jesus,
far as
yeah,
like a
you're right.
grand epic, fantasy tale.
Is it going to be though? We don't know what the budget's going to be for this.
No.
You think your pre-production schedules, months, 2-3 months,
Yeah.
And then another, what, 8 to 12 weeks of principal photography,
And then however long for post and
any reshoots, and then post-production can be anywhere around a year.
yeah.
It kind of lines up. So like they've got time to get going here.
Yeah.
I'd like to hear more about the cast. I mean, you can't have He-Man without an amazing Skeletor.
He-Man. Oh,
Do you know what I mean? Like
yeah.
He-Man is in part made by his villain, just like
really
Batman.
is. Yeah.
So God, and Mark Hamill was so good in the animated stuff. So
Yeah.
as was Alan Oppenheimer in the original. So I'm very excited for this. I just want it to be a real thing. Because remember,
It's been teased so many times before, like, oh, it's gonna happen. It's gonna
this
happen.
has been on the
It's like, come
on the
on,
books
Hollywood.
for how long? Like Mick G was attached at one time, like all the way back to the early 2000s. So was my beloved Robotech movie, and where the hell is that?
Mm-hmm.
So this at least has some forward momentum. That being said, we already had remember the footage of Noah Centineo going on the Tonight Show and saying, "Yeah, I'm going to be He-Man."
Mm-hmm.
That didn't happen.
No, he went and became what's his face, Atom Smasher.
Yeah. But who's playing Battle Cat? Well,
CGI.
if it's anything like that Aquaman movie, it's going to be a giant pommel horse with a green blanket on it.
No.
How else are they going to do the seahorse thing?
I don't know.
Damn you, Harmony Gold. Yes, Harmony Gold is to blame.
Oh, there you go. T just got an idea.
Maybe Andy Serkis could do a decent Skeletor. Oh, that's yeah. He totally could. He could totally do like a motion capture performance, and I think it would be fantabulous.
And his range, he could probably deliver on the voice too.
Exactly.
He's
exactly.
Like Gollum to in Andor there, the gruff.
Well, that's what I mean.
Or
the
in the Marvel Universe, Ulysses Claw.
Yeah, where he's playing a South African.
Yeah.
The Kino Loy character from Andor, though, was very. I think that's pretty close to his.
Yeah, it's like a
natural speaking voice.
Sean.
I like to see Stinkor. You want to smell Stinkor?
Hey, you know what? If they put it in one of those weird theaters that has like the stuff where they pump the smell through to give you more.
Is that a thing?
It is.
Oh,
it's
no.
It's like a fourth dimensional when you're
you.
watching movies.
No,
like,
thank you.
When I went and saw my honeymoon with my wife, we went down to Niagara and they had the Polar Express playing in this weird 4D theater.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So you go in and not only do the seats move.
Oh, D-Box.
Yeah.
D-Box, yeah.
And when you would go into the snow parts, they would shoot snow from the top. But when the hot chocolate scene goes out, they pumped in the smell of hot chocolate through the theater.
No way. Let me ask about the snow. Was it like shredded plastic or paper, or was it actual
frozen water? It dissolved pretty quick.
It was actual, like you got misted.
Yeah, basically.
Oh, that's interesting.
It wasn't the whole movie. It was only like a 30-minute ride, but
that's okay. Still.
I
don't know if I'd like that part. The smell and the moving and all that, maybe. But then again, I don't want to go to a movie and find out that suddenly I'm motion sick from the seat.
True.
Knock on wood, I've never really. Well, that's not true. I once got a little bit motion sick in the back seat of a single engine airplane.
Yeah, but that's flying.
I can fly, like I can get on a jetliner and go to another country, no problem. For some reason, sitting in the back seat of that little Cessna was like, I was pretty pale by the time we landed, and still drove home.
Oh, there you go. Got to get home.
All right. So yeah,
fingers crossed for this one.
Yeah, Camila Mendez. There's your Tila.
Yep. Fresh off of Riverdale. This next one is kind of weird. It's connecting back to the death of Matthew Perry.
I mean, this is news from last year, 2023.
Yeah, but this is like new news.
No, I know, but Matthew Perry's
So they've
death,
been investigating since then. But multiple people have been charged now in the connection to his death. 5 people have been charged in connection, according to the U.S. Attorney's Office.
Yeah.
These charges were announced Thursday morning at a news conference in Los Angeles. And basically, it's like a giant ketamine ring.
given, I hate to say this because I actually think Matthew Perry, I liked him.
Yeah. And
I
he was
liked him.
trying, right? But like,
Given
like
his
this thing
history,
says, they preyed on his addiction because at one
Yeah,
point they sold
yeah.
him 55 grand worth of the stuff, and
Well-
he paid for it in cash.
oh, there you go. I mean,
So
like any good addict, right?
yeah,
Yeah, cash is king.
but the defendants include 2 doctors, Perry's live-in personal assistant, and somebody referred to by the authorities as the ketamine queen.
Ketamine queen.
So like a ketamine drug lord, basically.
And you think about ketamine, right? That's essentially it's used as a horse tranquilizer.
Ugh.
You know,
But yeah, the other 2 defendants, Dr. Salvador Placina
okay.
and Jasveen Sangha, were indicted on Wednesday in this. Placencia, that's
Placencia,
Placencia.
I think that says.
If he's guilty, the hell with him. But anyway, he pleaded not guilty to charges.
Okay.
The other one has pleaded not guilty to 1 count, but the other 3 have already done a plea deal.
Well, that's up to a judge to accept that.
Yeah.
That's up to a judge to accept it. And I just saw a thing. This has nothing to do with Matthew Perry, but like, and I don't, pretend to understand how the U.S. legal system works, but one of those videos where the defendant's lawyer entered a plea bargain.
Yeah.
And the judge sat there and said, okay, was there a deal made? And she asked both attorneys, the prosecutor and the defense, and they said yes. And then the defense said, okay, or the judge said, okay. And then she sentenced the guy on the spot, and it was to a much higher. And the defense attorney was like, Your Honor, we agreed to this. And she's like, I know, and I reject that. So, a judge does have to accept whatever deal is worked out.
What's Joe Fan saying here?
I can't get on an airplane anymore. One time I was at 32,000 feet. We hit a downdraft from a thunderstorm, and we went from 30,000 down to 17,000 feet in 35 seconds. That ruined it for me. Oh,
Them some turbulence.
that's awful, man.
Mm-hmm.
It makes it hard to travel if you want to get out of the country, I guess. His doctor lost his medical license. Not surprisingly.
Yeah.
The American system is whomever can pay more money is the winner. I think that is generally the case in most of Western society.
Yeah.
Money definitely talks, for sure.
Money talks.
For sure.
Yeah. But I don't know if money talked on this next one.
No.
Marvel says that X-Men creator Bo DeMaio was fired for egregious misconduct after he alleges Disney stripped him of credit over a gay pride post.
But they're not saying that's what he got fired over.
That's what he's saying he got fired over.
Well,
so I don't know what egregious conduct he engaged in.
The thing is, we're not privy to whatever contract he was under.
No.
Right. So, and I'm not saying that he did or didn't do anything right or wrong. And I'm not saying that this social media post is right or wrong. I'm just saying there's probably a contract involved that we don't know the details of.
Yeah.
And if he violated the contract that he willingly signed, what do you do?
And they got him in a loophole.
What do you do?
The studio did release a statement saying Mr. DeMaio was terminated in March of 2024 following an internal investigation. Given the egregious nature of the findings, we severed ties with him immediately and he has had no further affiliation with Marvel.
Egregious, but don't tell us what it is.
No, like
it's egregious. Well,
yeah.
Why don't you tell the world and let us decide whether it was or not?
Well, apparently a source with knowledge of the investigation. So I don't know who They didn't reveal it.
Anonymous source.
Anonymous source says evidence was discovered of sexual misconduct.
Anonymous source.
And he repeatedly violated his termination agreement, which led to his removal from the season 2 credits.
So he's already been fired.
Yeah.
They've given him an out.
And they basically said in the termination agreement, shut your goddamn mouth, which he's not.
Well, no, because I mean, it seemed like every week an episode would come out, and he
like,
was sort of explaining things.
Some highlights and
yeah,
stuff.
Yeah. Which, as a fan, I certainly appreciate it.
Yeah, but I don't know.
You know, it was the duck that leaked the info. Joe Fan says, it sucks because my dad worked for Delta, so we could fly anywhere in the world for free. It's standby, but it's still free. And in order to get me on a plane, you got to drug me like Mr. T. I ain't getting on no plane.
Yeah, that's still doable, though.
Well, generally you want to get on. See, if you do it right, you take your thing just as they call your boarding. And that way, when you get to your seat,
you're still awake.
Have a little nappy. Right. And then nobody thinks you're impaired or whatever. And then, you can't get on the plane because you have to be, aware and cognizant to get on the plane because you have to be able to put on your seatbelt, take instruction, all that stuff, obey the cabin crew, all that stuff. But
yeah, you don't want to get on there and try and beat Boggs.
What?
Oh, you haven't seen that episode yet. Go watch It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
No, I haven't seen it. No,
you're
right.
Do it.
Okay. Do it.
With the gang, they try to beat Boggs' record by drinking 79 beers and then going to bat the next day.
Wow.
And then they do a follow-up on where it's the girls' version. So
okay.
Anyway. But speaking of Disney
dear God.
and their termination contracts and their legal jargons and whatnot, this next one sucks for this guy.
I read this several times and I still don't fully understand it.
Yeah. The wrongful death lawsuit is by Disney saying it should be dismissed because of the terms and conditions of a Disney Plus subscription.
This World of Disney, this is a restaurant that Disney owns. Is that what we're looking at here?
This is just a clip art piece that I brought in. But the place that they went to is not owned by Disney, but I believe it is on Disney property, part of the park.
Oh, okay.
Regardless, the husband had a Disney subscription, like a Disney Plus. He went on the 1 month free trial or whatever.
Yep.
And within that fine print is a thing that says you can't sue Disney for whatever, has to be settled out of court.
What, any problem you have with Disney?
Any problem.
Just because I ordered a streaming service.
Yeah.
That makes no sense.
It does not.
That makes no sense whatsoever. It's on their property. Yeah. Disney does not own the restaurant. Okay.
But that's why they're basing that they want it thrown out because of the terms of use that he agreed to with this subscription. But
that isn't, who...
This is a weird one for them because it's not making them out to be good in the public
absolutely
eye,
right? Not. And I've since seen some of the memes that have followed up on this.
There's the Lisa Simpson meme,
the Mickey Mouse with the pistol to someone's head. Like I've seen that. If this is a license for Disney to kill people,
yeah, that's pretty friggin' scary. But
I don't know. I'm not a lawyer, but I'm telling me, if I saw this coming across my desk, I'd be like, batter up, let's go. Cause I think this is absolute.
This
bullshit.
Is a game changer one. But yeah, the husband, Jeffrey Piccolo, he's suing them after his wife, Cannockborn sang song.
Sure. His wife.
I apologize for the pronunciation, but anyway, died while eating at Raglan Road in Disney Springs during October of 2023. And he alleges that they informed the staff multiple times, like she's got food allergies, don't bring her whatever.
Well, that right there, and somebody who has allergies, who lives with that day in and day out, knows the routine.
Yeah.
They go through it every day.
Yeah. But apparently they ignored it, gave her foodstuffs with whatever would trigger it.
Whatever she's allergic to.
Yeah. And it finished her off, which sucks. But, Piccolo's lawyer, he's argued against Disney after they're trying to dismiss it, claiming that it's absurd that everybody who ever subscribed to their streaming platform couldn't sue the company.
That just makes no sense whatsoever.
No.
I think that the issue here is determining who is ultimately at fault. Is it the restaurateur? Is it the theme park? Is it a split culpability between the two of them?
I would think
I don't
split.
know.
I mean, it is on their property.
Does the park have an obligation to ensure that the establishments, that independent establishments, operate on their property or run according to? I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Silver Spider saying Disney has changed their stance now.
Well, they have.
Okay.
Really? Oh, okay.
I would hope so,
wasn't
because
aware
they
of
wouldn't want to let this one go too long. But
that. Let's see, Disney.
but yeah, like they're saying that like if it goes further, it's gonna give in to a changing of like all those digital terms and
Oh, I don't know
clauses.
if they've changed their stance in so much as they've basically said they agree to let the wrongful death lawsuit proceed in court as opposed to having it dismissed. So they're going to fight it. You know what I
And
mean?
they got the lawyers to do it too, right?
We know you won't get it dismissed because that's ridiculous, but we'll fight it.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
So legal loopholes looming.
Jeffrey Piccolo sued Disney in February, alleging that his wife died from a severe allergic reaction after eating at a restaurant at Walt Disney World in Orlando. The unique circumstances of the case warranted a sensitive approach to expedite a resolution for the family who have experienced such a painful loss, Disney Experiences chair Josh D'Amaro said in a statement released on Monday night. As such, we've decided to waive our right to arbitration and have the matter proceed in court. A court hearing scheduled for October 2nd to discuss Disney's previous motion to toss the wrongful death lawsuit was canceled Tuesday morning, according to court documents. Wow. Okay. So that's happening fairly soon. October's not that far.
No. And Tuesday morning, that was this morning, right? So
yeah.
News moves fast.
Okay. Well then, thank you for the update. I'm glad that you mentioned that.
Let's move on to something more fun.
Oh, all right.
This one's
I saw this.
Oh, what's Joe Fan saying here?
I just got home now and I have to chase a rabbit. Chase a rabbit out that the cats brought in.
I guess that means you brought him in alive.
You know, we had cats growing up, and
brought a present.
I had a cat that did that brought a rabbit home one time. Look what I did.
Here, take this.
I did. I love you. Yeah,
and
no rabbits.
You can bring them in living or bring them in cold. So
I can bring you in warm. I can bring you in cold.
Yep. This next one though is hot. The Indiana Jones Temple of Doom hat is now worth more than its weight in gold.
Oh, come on. There had to be more than one in the movie.
There was, but as of today, this particular one, it is featured in the opening chase scene.
Oh yeah, okay.
Of
the opening,
temple.
The opening. So not the Club Obi-Wan scene. I don't think he's wearing a hat in that.
No, it's when they get to the mucked up village.
Okay.
Where everything's gone to hell.
Yeah.
But yeah, it sold last week for $630,000 US.
Oh dear.
At a auction in Los Angeles. And this is the second fedora from the movie to be sold recently, with the last one going in 2021, and it went for a winning bid of $431,000
for
a hat worn by Harrison Ford in the movie, and not exclusively. It was also worn by his stunt double.
Oh, cool.
Dean Ferradini, who is the one that owned the hat.
I would think that you could get a hat maker to make you an Indiana Jones hat for less.
You would think so, but
it wouldn't be.
It wouldn't have been on Harrison Ford's
hat. It wouldn't have been screen used.
No.
Fair enough. This one is alive.
Oh,
last one was brutally ripped apart. Oh man.
Teach
says our cat used to catch seagulls and leave them on the doorstep for my mom as a present. Oh,
they're trying to contribute.
That's a good cat. Get those dump chickens.
Yeah.
Damn you, dump chickens. What?
Shithawks.
I can't help it.
But yeah, it was a prop store auction, again.
Of course
So the
it was,
same
yeah.
dudes that sold the C-3PO head.
Prop Store LA, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Apparently, I also sold Andy Dufresne's rock hammer from the Shawshank Redemption
Oh, nice.
and the tablets Charlton Heston had from the Ten Commandments.
Um,
So
you know,
crazy Hollywood props.
Adam Savage has a pretty good relationship with the guys over at Prop Store. I'm surprised I didn't see that, because normally when they're doing an auction, Adam Savage will go over and he'll do a video on what's coming up,
Hmm.
and they'll go through it. Maybe they did and I missed it. I don't want to talk outside of my mouth and say that didn't happen, because it may have happened.
Fair enough. But yeah, so it's now been sold into a collection, and who knows when it may surface again.
Never.
Probably
Death.
not.
On death.
Yeah, because I think that's why it actually came out.
Why it changed hands?
Yeah, because Dean Ferradini, he passed in 2023.
Okay.
So that's why his stuff has gone into auction
I mean,
at the Prop Store event.
I certainly I don't have any memorabilia on that kind of level, but
No.
as a toy person,
Scaled
I have nobody.
versions.
I have nobody to, like, nobody in my family cares.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, there's no one to pass it on to, and there's like, I don't know what I'm going to do or what they're going to do when I'm
Well,
gone.
that's the threat, right? Well, I'm just going to yard sale it when you're gone. It's like,
That may in fact, you know
no.
what? That may in fact be what happens. I don't know. I won't be around to complain, will I?
True. But
I don't think I got hundreds of thousands in stuff though, let alone 600,000 in one thing. Man,
but that does bring us to our next segment.
what is it time?
It's time for toys.
Oh, you
sorry.
had me all like
I
excited.
had you excited.
All right, it's coming.
Didn't
It's
do it.
coming. It's coming.
Yeah, it is. The HasLab campaign for the Rattler. Good news there. They've unlocked the second tier.
That just announced what? Yesterday? Today?
Yeah.
Yesterday, I think.
Yeah. They still have to hit 18,000 backers to get to the stretch goal 3.
Baroness pilot figure.
But, so far so good.
Anybody out there backing this? Anyone getting one? Anyone getting multiples of this?
What is it, like 3 you're allowed to get?
I don't
3 or
know.
5?
Yeah, it's 5, I think, is the limit.
Yeah, but you only have until September 9th to back it. So
anybody just 3D printing a vintage one and upscaling it?
Maybe.
I'm not saying that you shouldn't do this. I think it's cool. I think it's very cool. Oh, JoeFan84, you did back it. Nice. Oh, I wonder what some of these collectors do for money to be able to drop that much on a movie prop. I hear you, man.
It's called Millionaires.
I backed it just one.
Like Nicolas Cage with his how many copies of Action Comics #1?
That's an obsession, though.
That is. But he can afford that obsession.
The 2 pilots are fine with me. So you don't care if they make
The ninth Baroness
next
figure?
The 9th Baroness, yeah. Pilot Baroness. What are you doing with your patches? Are you keeping the patches? I saw somebody comment today saying that they intend to sell the patches to recoup some of the cost of buying the Rattler, or to offset it anyway. I just thought the patches to begin with were just an awful tier. It was like bones.
Or
the
cardboard backdrop.
It was the bone tier for the Rancor that never got funded. Like, what? Bones? What? No.
Oh, keeping
the patches in the box. Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, saying he backed it for a buddy.
I backed it for a buddy that can't because he's outside of the US that has no way to back it through Pulse. You're a good friend.
That's awesome.
Do I know said friend? I don't know about them, but holding on to. Oh, okay. Fair enough. Yeah, I don't know either. They look nice. I do like the Rattler logo, like it reminds me of the Airwolf logo. Like the Bat Wolf thing. Bat Wolf?
Guess. Maybe.
Would said friend like to indulge in a brandy?
It's always time for a brandy.
It's always time for a brandy.
See, Lexicon lives on forever.
It does. It's never going away.
No. But that brings us to our next one here. Celebrate 40 years of Transformers with the 40th anniversary select Leo Convoy. So
means nothing to me.
I do not remember this one.
You wouldn't, because it was never in the North American continuity.
That would make sense.
Right? So when G1 ended,
before he turned into a gorilla.
Well, that's a different character, though.
Optimus Prime.
That's a different character.
I know.
when G1 ended in North America, in Japan, it lived on for like a bunch more seasons, completely independent of um of the stuff that they were doing here, the Marvel Sunbow stuff. But lots of people love this character. I have no attachment to this. Yeah, I have zero attachment to this character.
Yeah. Beast Wars 2 leader, I guess. Guess is that just looks weird.
It does look kind of weird. I'm not gonna lie on that one.
Well, the eyes on the lion version,
they're
very cartoony.
It's very anime.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very anime. Or chibi, I guess you could say.
That too.
Yeah.
Well, this next one might be more up your alley. I don't know if they've released it before, but it says back by popular demand. Transformers Generations Power of the Primes Evolution Optimus
absolutely.
Prime.
Power of the Primes is like was the main line a few years ago.
Well, apparently you get another chance to get them if you missed out.
See,
so this one helps you evolve Orion Pax up to Optimus
all
Prime.
I want is the Orion Pax. That Orion looks great.
It does. It also comes with Matrix of Leadership.
I don't care. I have a couple of Matrix that I've gotten with other figures that are just okay.
Fair enough.
And this one looks to be, roughly the same as some of those other ones. But I've got like one or two Masterpiece Matrix molds, which I think are much nicer than that. But that Orion Pax,
it's a good looking thing, and like right in time for Transformers 1, right?
Yeah.
So people coming out of that will be like, "Oh, I want that one."
This one though is obviously very, very G1, and that's my bag. I do love the G1 look. A robot with a robot suit.
But he does transform.
Orion Pax?
He does. He transforms into the cab piece. And then
okay. I thought
the entire unit transforms into both the cab and trailer.
That's right. But does Orion Orion is the truck cab by himself?
Or a truck cab looking-ish piece.
Okay. I get the impression that he fills in the hollow space.
Yes.
Yeah, that makes sense to me.
Yeah.
But like, does he do his own thing?
He transforms into his own little vehicle.
That's cool.
And then I believe the big Optimus Prime chunk transforms into the trailer.
Yep. Teach Power of the Primes Dinobots. Power of the Primes Dinobots or Combiner War Dinobots? Because they did the Combiner one, where they did Volcanicus, which was like the Dinobot Combiner.
I don't remember that one.
No, I've had several versions of the Dinobots over the years, but I've put them all aside. I got Masterpiece Grimlock, and then Studio Series 86 has been doing like leader class figures. So I skipped on Grimlock because I'm not going to replace a Masterpiece figure with a main line. But I've gotten all the other ones. I'm just waiting for Swoop now. I'll have the whole family.
There you go.
Yeah.
Joe fan saying,
I just want a couple that look like the originals. I was never big into Transformers. G.I. Joe, Star Wars, He-Man, Ninja Turtles, and Star Trek was my main stuff. Funny, I collect almost all of those. Well, I tried doing G.I. Joe, but I got angry with it. That's a whole other story. My wife and I do have a Star Trek collection. Got my History of the Enterprise display.
There you go.
That's right, Teach. The only cool bots are the Dinobots. Power of the Primes are combiners into Volcanicus, and I should say that I don't have them. They are my boys. Shh. When they're not looking.
Yeah. Stuff goes missing all the time.
That's right. Dad, what
especially when you live in the Poltergeist house.
Whoa. Get out. Oh, wait, wrong house.
Wrong house. This one just takes all your stuff and hides it in every dimension.
I had a ton of Beast Wars that I wish I'd held on to, but I traded them for G.I. Joe and anime stuff. I had Optimal Optimus, and dang, I missed that thing. Optimal Optimus. Was that the orange and blue, like the metal looking one?
I don't know. I wasn't a Transformers guy.
I think it was. I wasn't a Beast Wars guy. So, the fact that I know anything about Beast Wars.
I have one. I have Black Arachnia. Because she was a spider.
I had a Black Arachnia, but I had the Transformers animated version. I got rid of all those too.
Well, I know we mentioned these, I believe, last week, but this week we got some photos to go with it. So from the Black Series Star Wars, Cassian Andor.
This is a season 2 Andor look. We didn't see this look in season 1. Nice little detail there. Do you notice? Do you notice something?
The holster?
No.
Or the Han Solo-ish pistol?
That is the well, remember his blaster in Rogue One?
Vaguely.
Remember how it was a pistol and he put the rifle attachment on?
Yeah.
That's it.
Ooh.
Anybody fan of real world firearms should instantly recognize that as the upper and lower receiver of the AR style or M4 carbine.
Nice.
Yeah.
Sounds like we need another weapons
of Star Wars. Yeah, that's on my list. I know. I was looking at our metrics today, and one of the gun videos that's like,
has it passed 10,000? You
one of them is, yeah. But one of the gun videos is still in our top 3 most watched videos. Isn't that something? Huh?
Yep.
Hey, enough with the haunted house stuff.
Come on, guys. I just watched Poltergeist 2 and 3 this past week.
Oh, yeah. Yes, it was huge, and the eyes lit up. Oh, right on. You mean Optimus Primal, Joe fan? Optimus Primal. Could be. I just remember it was huge, and from when Optimus Primal fused with Optimus Prime's Spark. There was an Optimal Optimus. There totally was.
I don't remember it.
Yeah, let me just look him up.
And while you're looking him up, I'm going to switch to the next slide. We've got Deidre Miro, also from Andor.
Deidre Miro.
And she looks great. Looks imperial and, bureaucrat-ish.
Here we go. I got him. Here we go. Optimal Optimus. That one. The orange and blue one. That's him. That's him. He was a trans metal, I think. Yeah. So, of course, we get a new named character. Well, not new. She was in season 1, but new in the action figure world.
Yeah.
I absolutely need her.
Yes.
100% she'll be. Excuse me while I'm trying to pick the stuff. I don't know what's in my eyeball.
You know who needs one though? Is
sorry,
Katie O'Brien's character from
the Mandalorian.
Yeah.
She needs an action figure. You mean?
Yes.
Well, she may still get one yet.
I hope so.
I love this character. I loved how ruthless and vile and just downright willingly evil she was.
She didn't look it when you first get introduced to her, though.
No.
Like she's cutting throats and stuff.
She's drippingly evil in a way that, this is the empire that, that you want. She makes it easy to vilify them. Oh, yeah. Yeah. 3 modes: a beast, a vehicle, and a robot. That's right. The vehicle thing was like this weird, like it was like a wheel between the ape fists. It was like a weird, like tricycle.
Cycle?
I don't know if that's I don't know who that's insulting. Is that insulting Optimus or is that insulting Psykill?
I don't know.
I'm not familiar with that one. I was out of Transformers by then. Yeah, me too. Beast Wars came along and had no idea what was going on.
But then rounding out these 3 is the K2SO.
For K2 himself, like specifically this figure is labeled as K2SO, not the KX security droid.
Now, is the yellow deco on the arms there like a defining characteristic of him?
No, I don't know. I don't necessarily think it is because they've left the Imperial markings on him.
Well, yeah, because he goes around passing for an Imperial bot.
This is the third time that we've gotten K2SO in the Black Series. And then multiple other releases, at least 2 other releases for the KX security droid in the Jedi Survivor and Fallen Order games.
Okay.
So, yeah, if you don't have a K2SO or you don't have a KX security droid, this is your chance to pick one up at 2024 prices. Or buy a used one loose for a lot less.
True. Well, these next ones for our fans down in the US, go to your Targets. NECA is doing a whole bunch of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles as part of their Cowabunga collection.
Cowabunga!
So, based on the Archie comics, they're doing a 4-pack of the Stump Wrestling Turtles.
Okay.
They're also doing a 2-pack of Vacation Bebop and Rocksteady.
Oddly enough,
I like these ones.
I was going to say, oddly enough, the animation, the
cartoonish,
the cartoon
model
deco, it kind of works for me on them. I'm not usually a fan of that stuff, but that actually works for me. Oh, that one I want for my collection. Oh, the K2SO. Yeah, okay. Or the turtles. I'm not sure what we're talking about here.
Wow, everybody loves turtles, but
I like turtles.
Then going back,
not the chocolates.
I like them too.
Yeah, okay.
But going back to the stump wrestling, they also have the stump wrestling version of Leatherhead.
What is the? I don't understand what stump wrestling. What?
I'm guessing that is the Archie Comics Universe Wrestling Company.
Oh,
So like
so
World Wrestling Entertainment, but
that's
this
the
is
league.
stump wrestling.
Okay, that makes sense. I get it. Like an
So,
outdoor thing,
Yeah.
like a swamp thing.
We've also got Ultimate 7-inch Slash.
He looks all right.
It does look okay.
He looks all right. Yes, the
And-
Star Wars droid. I got it. Okay. The best droid was R5D4. If it wasn't for him, there would have been no Star Wars adventure. Yes, I know.
Sacrificed himself for
Force sensitive and all that stuff.
But,
Yeah.
that's not all the turtle stuff we get though.
Well,
We
now he's a bounty hunter's droid.
That's true.
Now he
Works with Mando.
Yeah, he's in the possession of Mando.
Mm-hmm. But we also get Archie Comics version of Mondo Gecko.
I don't know if I like that.
He's definitely,
That's weird.
radical looking.
Ah.
And then we've got the Mirage Comics version of Karai,
Okay,
which
that's a Shredder-esque.
Shredder daughter.
Yeah, okay.
And then
Rat King.
Yeah, the
Rat
Mirage Comics version Rat King.
Rat King. He looks
He
good.
looks pretty good.
Yeah, he looks good. I dig that one.
Yeah. Joe Fancy.
Turtles are a pass for me. I like the retro line.
Do dig the retro line.
Yeah, you can find them.
Yeah.
For some
Actually,
reason,
on Walmart
I was
shelves.
going to say, for some reason here, at least locally to us, there's a lot of them.
Gaz.
He just didn't have the motivation to do anything.
That's a bad motivator. Oh, that's good. Sticking with NECA Turtles, though, if you missed out on the color versions of the single releases, you now have a chance to get the Universal Monsters in black and white.
We talked about this earlier, and I'd said, this is right up NECA's alley.
Yeah.
They did this with the Universal Monster line itself, their Ultimates monsters. So why not do it with the Turtles too?
Yeah.
It makes more sense to do it with the actual monsters because all those movies were
in black
and white. So, the turtle thing is a little more gimmicky, but I'm sure there's an audience for this.
Oh, yeah. If you missed out on the first round too, right?
And I did.
You can still go for it and get them all.
I just, I look at that and I'm like,
I guess not all, because they also didn't they do April as the Bride of Frankenstein?
Oh, I believe they
And
did.
then Splinter as Van Helsing, I think.
That is correct. Well, they might still do the other ones.
Yeah, you never know.
The photo looks like they just took the color images and desaturated.
Yeah. But I still want that creature from the Black Lagoon, Leonardo. He looks
To
good.
me, that is the most organic
Turtle
one.
adjacent.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, it just works, right? It's aquatic.
Yeah. But you get Raphael as Frankenstein's monster, Michelangelo as the mummy, Donatello as the Invisible Man, and Leonardo as the creature from the Black Lagoon, with a crap ton of accessories.
It looks pretty good. They look pretty good. And granted, like, they're not for me, but I can totally see the appeal of these. Oh, I don't see anything here. I have to order online out here in the middle of nowhere where it's hard to find anything. They do have the new Turtle movie stuff and a couple of Star Wars things. That's us all the time.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for that we have access to GameStop, we'd
never see it.
Completely dry. Yeah. Seeing this, I kind of wish that Universal went ahead with their Dark Universe cinematic universe. What like the Tom Cruise thing with the mummy, and wasn't that part of it? That was supposed to be the big launch, or was the other one
flop?
No, there was another one too. There was
another Tom Cruise flop.
No. Oh my God, my wife really likes the guy, the Boatman from the Hobbit, Luke Evans.
Yeah,
Luke Evans played Dracula in that Dracula movie. Was also part of it.
What, Seventh Voyage of the Demeter or whatever?
No. Luke Evans Dracula.
Okay.
You've never? Oh, let's see.
I don't believe I've seen that one, but
it's actually pretty good.
I saw him in Beauty and the Beast, though.
They turned his character into a hero.
Okay. That's what they do now.
Yeah. Oh, Dracula Untold. Dracula Untold.
That time that he didn't suck everybody's blood and kill all those people.
Let's see if I can find a photo of the poster. I mean, here's Luke Evans in costume. He's got a great looking, my gosh, got a great looking suit of armor here. Let's see if I can bring this up a bit. There he is, Luke Evans as Vlad in armor. It's super cool.
Hmm.
I'm not a big vampire movie fan. Oh, that's not true. I do like some vampire movies, but
Fair enough.
that one was pretty good. Joe Fan 84 says mostly at my Walmart it's hunting and farming stuff. That makes sense. We have a private airport that also doubles as a hair care and tire place. Food gets flown in, but it's mostly for rich people to come hunt. Wow. Whew. Blasphemy. The Mummy was cool. Was it though?
The
Was
Brendan Fraser series.
The Tom Cruise one. Although it had what's her name?
Yeah. Wasn't she
Jayla from Star Trek. Also the girl that's in the Netflix movie. Rebel Moon. Same.
There you go.
It's her. Can't think of her name. Oh.
Well, just in time for it to be in theaters, NECA's also got some Alien Romulus stuff, including the Scorched Xenomorph.
Spoilers are out already.
I know.
I've already read some stuff.
I'm still good. I'm in the clear so far. I know there's some sort of cameo, but I don't know who it is or from what.
I do.
So
I know who it is.
I'm going to hold out for a little bit longer.
So I like the look of the Xenomorph. It's very familiar to me. There's nothing here that is unexpected.
No. And it really is just an expansion of their previous Alien figures, right?
Absolutely. I mean, it's
a lot more hand.
I want to say that Alien is probably the second oldest line a license that NECA has after Predator, which is their longest running license. Yeah, me too, Joe Fan. I want to see the new Alien. I do as well. And I'm not a horror movie fan, but I've seen every Alien movie
thus far,
including Prometheus and Alien Covenant. And I just feel there's something about I see them as a science. I see it as a science fiction movie, not as a horror movie. How's that?
I mean, the trailer shows some brutal facehugger rape, but
yeah.
I mean, that's like the most graphic version of it we've seen.
Kind of goes back to Giger's artwork, I guess.
Yes, it does.
Russell Crowe as Dr. Jekyll, freaking cool.
But who played Mr. Hyde?
They're the same guy.
Would you though?
Yeah, why not?
Well, in League of Extraordinary Gentlemen.
Oh no, yeah,
you have the little dude and then the Hulk version.
Yes, yeah, that's true. Aliens with the Colonial Marines was my favorite.
Yes,
it's a good day to be in a car.
But they also have the Ultimate Alien Romulus accessory pack, and this one's kind of neat. Comes with some face huggers, some newly born.
Is that like an alien?
It looks like an alien fossil, perhaps. I'm assuming you'll learn more once the movie happens, but
that face hugger, that's a queen, by the way.
Is it?
Look at it. Look at it. It's big and black. It's like twice the size of a normal one.
True.
I'm certain that is a queen, or that's just the look of the face hugger for this movie. And I'm completely talking out my butt.
Well, it all depends on who birthed the first alien queen, right? Or what species birthed this?
I don't want to get into it. But what I've read,
as long as we don't have the human one from Alien Resurrection.
Oh my god! There is some discussion about this movie tapping into sort of origins of things. We'll leave it at that.
Okay. But yeah,
it just came out last weekend.
Nice. Moving along. This week we didn't get a Batman, but we got a Batman adjacent. Sure. In The Huntress from the New 52.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
I liked
expanding the character roster.
I like the New 52. I don't care what anybody says. I quite enjoyed it. So, and that's a pretty traditional look for her. So
yeah, it's a good looking figure. And it looks like it's a wired soft goods cape. So
it does. It looks good. It looks good. And again, it's a comic book likeness. So it looks okay.
It includes 3 swappable faces, fabric cape, and 4 extra hands and crossbow.
Swappable faces?
Yeah, so you get like angry face, happy face,
and like neutral, stoic.
Maybe
they could have done multiple hairstyles.
True.
Walking around Toronto 2 weeks ago, they had actors laying on the sidewalks with moving face huggers on them.
That would be creepy.
That is creepy. Yeah. Yeah, that alien said in the Poltergeist, "I'm all set. Pass." Yes, and that was a bad one.
Yeah. But that's not the only one McFarlane revealed.
No.
I know you're not a fan of these, but this one looks okay. It is the Frostbite edition of DC Rebirth Deathstroke.
I just saw this.
And I mean, it's bordering on translucent, but
I mean,
frosty
yeah.
enough to not be.
So am I supposed to believe this is an ice sculpture?
A moving ice sculpture.
Is that what it's supposed to be? An ice,
I'm not
an ice
fully
thing?
sure, but
It's
yeah.
a gimmick. That's what it
It's
is.
a gimmick.
It's a
yes.
gimmick.
Yeah, but
There's
he comes
no
with,
reason for this to exist other than
did Mr. Freeze get a hold of him?
that's what I mean. Like it's a thing. It's a thing. Or one of the Captain Cold frosted up a statue. I don't know.
Maybe.
Not a fan of horror either, but Aliens and Predators was cool. Yes.
Yeah, but they're right on the border there, right? They're like right between science fiction and horror.
I treat them as sci-fi movies, and that allows me in my own messed up way to process what it is I'm seeing in a way that does not give me nightmares forever.
Mm.
So did Deathstroke lose a battle versus Captain Cold? Exactly. That's
No,
exactly what
he
I'm
lost
saying.
to Mr. Freeze.
Yeah.
Hey,
Good morning from Australia.
Welcome, Zazel.
Zazel from the clubhouse. Hello, sir. Good morning. I hope you're having a wonderful morning.
So that brings us to these ones, which we just saw today. Kind of a weird mashup, but WWE Elite is crossing over with the World of Turtles. So we're getting the 4 Turtles as Rey Mysterio, Seth Rollins, Kofi Kingston, and Xavier Woods. Roman Reigns is filling in for the Shredder, and Cody Rhodes is going to be Casey Jones.
It's so niche.
It is
very
so
niche. I don't know. This is definitely not appealing to me.
Like, the only thing I could see this being, maybe WWE is going to do a Turtles theme night and have them all come out in actual costume like this.
Oh man, that might be fun. That might be fun.
But aside from that, like, I don't believe these are Build-A-Figure ones like Elites have been lately. But
and in that same, I mean, they're in the Elite packaging, so
Yeah.
clearly this is
you're
this is a
going to be looking at what, $35.99 each for these at least up here.
What we've got Turtles crossover with Universal Monsters.
Yep.
We've got Turtles crossover with
Masters.
Cobra Kai.
Oh, Cobra Kai too. That's right.
Turtles crossed over with Masters of the Universe.
And they crossed over with Street Fighter
and Power Rangers.
So
that's 5, and that's just what in the last
2 years, maybe.
Am I missing anything that the Turtles have crossed over with?
Yeah, they crossed over with Ghostbusters. Remember that?
That was a while.
And this is not the first time they've crossed over with WWE though, because they had it go the other way, where the Turtles dressed up like the Undertaker. And
that's right. That's right. So that's like 6 Turtle crossovers. Not all Mattel, but
no,
6 Turtle crossovers in the last little bit. It's completely batshit, if you ask me. Is Turtle Power that powerful in 2024? Is that what it is?
Sure.
Are we saying that?
I mean, people are still singing away to Ninja Rap, so
go Ninja, go.
Oh, Zazel says no Sarge, no way.
No Sarge, no way. I'm with you on that.
Well, maybe that's the throwaway here. Like when you get them all, maybe there's a mysterious Build-A-Figure Sarge as Splinter. I don't know.
That would be cool.
Paul says,
what's Paul? Paul saying, I'm waiting for Turtles crossover with Robotech. Yes.
Joe Fan says, next is Turtles versus Aliens.
Turtles versus Aliens. I love it.
Then Gaz says, okay, so where's the TMNT Megaforce crossover?
TMNT Megaforce crossover. So the Turtle Van is going to be one of the
Megaforce vehicles?
The tank. That would be awesome.
Boy.
I love it.
And then moving on here to Super 7. Vecna, but not from Stranger Things, but actual Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah, this is a Dungeons and Dragons thing straight up.
Yeah, comes with an assortment of accessories, including the Book of Vile Darkness, which does fit into his rib cage,
into the chest cavity.
Available right now for pre-order from super7.com. So this one's inspired by the 5th edition Master's Guidebook.
Yeah, of course of course. I mean, that's just the way it is. We're not going to go back to the origins of the game, but
no.
It's a cool piece. I dig it. Ace Leo or Commander Leo Hunter. Yeah, that's cool.
But that does bring us to the end of our toys segment. So it's time.
Is it now?
It's time.
Let me see. I gotta get the thing queued up here. All right. We've been talking about this. We did it last week. We're going to do it again this week. We're a little more polished this week. So I guess let's get into it as we try our new musical segment. Guess the song by the Misheard Lyric.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go. Let's do it.
Lyrics. It's Misheard Lyrics. Lyrics. It's Misheard Lyrics. Tonight.
All right. I hope that didn't blow your ears off.
Love it.
It was a little loud, but
Love it.
maybe I should have dumbed the mix or dialed the mix down a little bit there. Geez, sorry about that.
No,
All right. All right. You sent me the song earlier today, and
Yep.
I put it together. So I guess we can get right to it.
Oh, we got one comment from Zazel.
Oh, Zale says the only crossover that I want to see is Megaforce and Power Rangers, the Mega Powers.
They can't do that. Hulk Hogan and Randy Savage already did it.
Yeah. Yes, Misheard Lyrics. Here we go. This
Okay.
week we've got one for you.
So this week's Misheard Lyric for you guys to guess. Here we go. Saving his life from this warm sausage tea.
Now the blurred image is a clue.
It is a
So,
clue.
We didn't have a clue last week. We didn't have a visual either.
No. So I guess we need like the 30-second Jeopardy music. don't
Oh
we?
yeah, we should. Okay, so one more time. Saving his life from this warm sausage tea. We'll check back in with you in 30 seconds. Here we go.
So abrupt.
All right. I see we've got some answers in here already. I like where you guys are going with this. We need the actual lyric. What is the actual lyric? Oh, Tej, you're right in there. Guys, you are all in the ballpark. Some of you are like on the plate.
Like, guess technically they've guessed the song, but not the
I guess we should define what is
I
the
guess
what
we
is the
should-
winning criteria.
yeah. Oh,
The song?
We're not as polished as we thought we were.
Well, there. I mean, everybody's there.
Yeah, you are.
We're all there. All right. We'll just get to it. Let's just get to it.
All right.
Where is it? There it is. Spare him his life from this monstrosity, of course. And here's what it sounds like. There it is, and it is, of course, Queen.
Mhm.
Now, a little more. Let's expand on that. Let's go to the
Mhm.
next one. From Bohemian Rhapsody. That is Queen's fourth studio album, A Night at the Opera. Bohemian Rhapsody peaked at #1 on the British charts in 1975. Then again in 1991 for Wayne's World, of course.
Mhm.
And in 2018, this is an interesting one. Bohemian Rhapsody became the Guinness World Record holder for the most streamed song of the 20th century at over 1.6 billion streams. As of today on Spotify, that number is just over 2.5 billion streams. Wow.
Yep.
Bohemian Rhapsody from A Night at the Opera. Wow. Everyone is a winner tonight. You all win. You are all good. Even you, Paul. I know. Oops. It's okay. It's okay. We're all winners tonight.
That's right.
That's Misheard Lyrics. Did you like that one?
I did.
You liked it? Do you want the jingle again? Do we close with the jingle?
We can.
All right, we're gonna close this one with our theme song.
Lyrics. It's Misheard Lyrics. Lyrics. It's Misheard Lyrics. Tonight.
That's a good point. Wayne's World brought it back in '91, and
Yes,
then
they
it charted again
For
in
the
in 2018.
biopic,
Yeah, for Rami Malek's. Oh my gosh, yeah,
Bohemian Rhapsody.
Yes, Bohemian Rhapsody, the movie. Why can't we have both this and Lexicon? Oh, we could. We could. I have to, as I said last week, and Gaz, I know you missed out on that portion last week. And I don't want to be negative because I don't think I am. But from a production perspective, Lexicon has sort of run its course for me. It's kind of getting boring. And it's like putting it together week after week. And yes, there is an endless supply of words, but it's just like it's becoming formulaic for me. And I thought it was time to freshen it up with something that was a little bit different. I don't want to get so sick of Lexicon that I never ever want to do it again. And I feel like that's where I was getting to. So this is our fresh infusion, a new game. We'll play this one for a while until we get bored of this one, and then maybe we'll go back to Lexicon, or maybe we'll do, as we've been talking for a little while now, we'll do nothing but a straight up games night one Tuesday night, and we'll do all the games. We'll do a couple rounds of Lexicon, a couple rounds of this, and maybe some other fun games. Sorry. Say it ain't so. I know. It's not that I don't like it. It's just after doing it for
72 times.
Well, we didn't do it right away.
No, we didn't do it.
We didn't
right
do
away.
it on the first Random Fandom. It came a few weeks in.
Yeah. So 60-ish.
I would say probably 50 or 60-ish editions of that. And like I said, we will go back to it at some point. I just don't know when. But this one, if everybody's having fun with this one,
we'll roll a few more of these out.
Sure, and we'll try to come up with a more specific winning criteria.
Yeah.
Guess the band, guess the song, guess the actual lyric.
True.
Let's go back up the slide.
Mm-hmm.
What did go two more? First one. Guess the song. Well, there you go. The song.
There we go.
So that is the winning criteria. Guess the song using just the misheard lyric.
Yep.
There we go.
Okay.
Zazel says, "Don't make Gaz cry. Don't you dare."
Well, I've already made him uncomfortable with haunted houses. So.
Yes. Yeah. So, I mean, Kay says change is as good as a rest. Oh, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah. And like I said, we will go back to it. It's just, let's do something different. Something different.
Well,
besides, don't you like hearing me sing? I worked really hard singing that jingle. I like anything that's fun and challenging, so long as it's easy and I can play. True story. True story.
All right. Well, let's move to this next one here because it's something different.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
But apparently, Noah Hawley's Alien Earth has wrapped filming. I didn't even know this was a thing.
What is this?
Apparently, it's a TV show coming soon to FX. And it's set 3 decades before the events of the 1979 film. So,
really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Apparently starring Sidney Chandler, Alex Lothar, and Timothy Oliphant. Yeah, there's not much other information out there yet, but apparently it's into its post-production stuff.
I didn't know this was a thing either. I'm surprised that this kind of made it under the radar.
Mm-hmm.
Or at least under
especially with Alien Romulus going.
Yeah.
In the promotion department.
Yeah, I never would have. I'd have been all over this if I knew that it was a thing.
What's show fan saying here?
We're pretty sure that my childhood house was haunted. We used to hear footsteps and talking with things moving around sometimes. Oh,
things go missing in my house all the time. We just say it went in the portal.
In the portal. Oh, Zazel says Timothy Oliphant is a dreamboat.
He did pretty well on Mandalorian, right?
Would you say that he's your celebrity man crush? Is he your celebrity man crush?
Not mine.
No, he's not mine either. Do you have one? Do you have a celebrity man crush?
Well, Johnny Depp, Ryan Reynolds.
Really? But if you had to pick just one.
If I had to just pick one?
Just one.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, I know mine.
I don't know.
Bradley Cooper.
Rocket Raccoon.
Oh my God, he's so much more than that.
Not to me.
So much more than that.
Not to me.
Oh, you need to watch more Bradley Cooper movies then.
I know. Well, The Hangover.
You definitely need to watch more than that.
I watched all 3 Hangovers.
No, I'm not hearing about any haunted house stuff. No. Got my music with me. I'm okay. No. We had cats do some of the banging and strewn stuff was probably them, so I remain skeptical. That is fair.
There you go.
It's real. It is real. The
Well, I
man-
hope this show is real.
I think we're talking about the man crush again.
Oh, that too.
The man crush is real. It is real. My mom and my sister were convinced it was haunted.
Go stream Gaz.
Ghost stream Gaz. There's one. I want to see Gaz do a ghost stream.
Send him on a ghost hunt.
Yeah. You guys do a live stream and nothing but ghost stories. I'm in for that one.
Yep.
I don't have any stories to contribute, but I just want to see him squirm.
But moving on here, I don't know if people are squirming necessarily over this next one.
Oh,
but I'm a little disappointed.
in
The Acolyte will not be renewed for a second season on Disney Plus.
I feel like we could do an entire Sunday night on this one,
We could.
as we did several of them already.
Yeah.
The most divisive thing that we've ever covered. And I have to say, in hindsight, looking at this now, and I said this to you and to Hank as well, I don't think this is unexpected.
No, I
I don't
say
think
this
it's
is
unexpected.
Unexpected, but at the same time, what they did in the show was not a single season. This
No.
is another one of those
No.
friggin' cliffhangers.
This is a multi-season
multi
arc to get any kind of resolution.
Yeah.
And I'm with Zazel on that. What a shame. I agree.
Yeah.
Not to say that we won't get any resolution through other Star Wars media, because
There's like comics and novels, and
absolutely
all
and-
sorts of other
and
stuff. But
I'm sure somebody will get tasks with the job of flesh this thing out.
yeah, I know I've seen online already that some folks are trying to get a grassroots, save the Acolyte campaign going, but in the same breath, it's filled with laugh emojis too, right?
Listen, week over week, and I do this with everything that we cover because I tend to, I belong to a bunch of Facebook groups that generally are dedicated to the things that we like to talk about.
Yeah.
So when a new Star Wars show comes out, and of course, every week the people will be talking about the new episode.
Yeah.
I have never seen as many laugh emojis on a social media post than I had for the Acolyte. Like, I can remember looking at one, and I think it was like 1,000 reactions, and like 600 of them were like laughing emojis. And I'm like, wow, there's 600 assholes.
Yeah.
If you get
Like,
nothing,
is it just people jumping on the bomb review or the review bombing?
review
bandwagon?
bombing, I don't know.
But,
I don't know. I mean, listen, we've talked it out.
yeah.
There are legitimate criticisms for the show, but the thing that the show did was it pushed boundaries that Star Wars really hasn't done before.
I
just
think
don't
going
think
back,
they-
it'll be looked upon a little more favorably because
Wow.
of that.
Listen,
Like-
where were you in 2008 when the Clone Wars hit cinemas?
Not watching Clone Wars.
It was a travesty at the time. Nobody liked it.
And
It was
now
awful.
You look back and it's like required viewing.
Yeah, absolutely, it is.
Okay.
Okay, Sky Guy, snips. Yeah, so I would say that this is not unexpected. But for me, this is just my own opinion. I'm a little disappointed that we're not going to get another season to flesh out some of that other stuff, because I really liked what they were trying to do.
Yeah. I personally hate it when a series gets cut like this. Because
Yeah.
do not leave me hanging. End it on a point where I can walk away and say, okay, I'm done with it.
Looking at you, Krypton.
Yeah. Krypton, Duckman, Jesus.
Duckman.
Yeah. I watched that show in syndication 4 times over before I realized, because it was back without the internet,
Oh
that
yeah,
there was no season coming.
It's not coming back. Yeah. Yeah.
So we never know what the hell happened with Bernice.
Did nobody give you like a written closure to it?
Not that I'm aware of.
Even Dungeons and Dragons got a final episode. They wrote a script for it.
Hmm.
And I mean the animated series.
I should go Googling.
Yeah.
Catch up here. Joe Fan says, watch anime ghost stories dubbed. It's hilarious.
Oh, funny.
Okay.
That is funny. Yeah.
Sean says he's in for Alien.
Oh, I'm in for that one too. Okay. Yeah.
Gas says,
What? Boo. Now how am I going to know what happens? Damn you, Star Wars fans. Damn you to hell. The fandom menace
Yep.
has legitimately
Struck again.
Yeah. And maybe this one is a bit of a mercy killing on Disney's part, just so that, all those involved don't have to go through all this stuff again.
Maybe. But at the same time, it's still there to watch. Unlike Willow, friggin' Disney
Well,
Plus.
that'll be the next one, right?
Yeah.
We'll just yank it from the service and
It'll
like it
never exist
existed.
again.
Yeah.
So this will be the next Star Wars Christmas special.
I certainly hope not. Now, Willow.
I only got 3 episodes in. I didn't even get to
You
finish
didn't
the
get to
damn
finish
thing.
it? Okay, I did watch the whole thing,
Oh.
and I have a soft spot for the property,
Yeah, me too.
but it was a tough watch.
Mm.
It was a tough watch.
Oh.
Hit that like button. Yes, do hit the like button. Like and subscribe if you're so inclined.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, I keep forgetting to talk about this because it's right there in front of you. This is 100% audience participation show. If something we've talked about tonight catches your fancy and you want to talk about it some more, you can always hit us up in the live chat. However, if you're feeling really bold, you can use the custom WhatsApp link embedded in the video's description. You can call in and be on the show. The line is open.
Yeah.
All right.
But, just to finish this one off, apparently showrunner Leslie Headland had commented on the possibility of the future seasons, saying that there were 4 or 5 major mysteries that she would have liked to address in the potential season 2. So obviously Yoda's interaction would have been one of them. Darth Plagueis would have been another.
Vernestra Rowe's relationship to the stranger.
Yes.
Because we're saying,
And
she said that's a former pupil.
Yep. And the whole hiding of the Sith Lords.
Yeah. Oh, my sister loved Willow. I remember her watching it all the time. That and one about a diving horse. A diving horse.
I don't remember that one.
A drowning horse?
No, they had horses that would go up on the high dive board and dive.
Oh.
It was like a, traveling circus sideshow thing.
Zazel, you've nailed it. Willow was bad. I'm sick of all my childhood heroes being down and out and struggling in their later years. That show suffered with the absence of Mad Mardigan.
Yes.
I know they tried to put it onto the daughter character, but it just didn't work.
No.
It so did not work.
But this next one might work. Haley Atwell is starring in the new Tomb Raider: The Legend of Lara Croft animated series on Netflix.
I watched the trailer for this last night, and I'm like, is this from the Castlevania people? Because it looks like the Castlevania
similar
stuff. Yeah.
But I think it's got potential. It's going to be on Netflix on October 10th. So
Happy
we
birthday
don't have
to
to
me.
wait too long for it.
Happy birthday to me.
Well, Joe Fan says it was a true story about a lady and diving horses. She went blind from it.
Wow. I didn't know that was a thing.
No.
Lara Croft, The Legend of Tomb Raider, The Legend of Lara Croft. Are you a fan?
I'm somewhat of a fan. I like the Angelina Jolie movies.
I was going to say, you've probably...
I like Haley Atwell, so...
Have you played any of the games?
I played the original one on PS1.
The original.
I have not played the updated new stuff.
Rise of the Tomb Raider?
No.
That one's pretty good.
I did play Uncharted, though.
Listen, it's all Indiana
Dude
Jones.
Raider?
It's all Indiana Jones derivative.
It is.
And arguably, after Indy, my God, those two, it's a tough call to say who's doing it better, Lara Croft or, oh my God.
Nathan Drake.
Nathan Drake, thank you very much. It certainly isn't Tom Holland.
No, I have not seen that one yet.
It was entertaining, but I certainly prefer the Uncharted games over the film, that's for sure.
Well, shouldn't it have been Nathan Fillion in that role?
Maybe.
I thought it was supposed to be, but
maybe. I played the first one, and that's it. It was too difficult to figure out for me. Yeah, the first one was kind of tough.
Yeah, especially when you wanted that shower scene.
Wow, in what, 16-bit polygons?
That's right.
Yeah,
and she turns around and shoots you. It's hilarious. But
Boob Raider.
Well, that was the Angelina Jolie movie, right? In the trailer,
so, yeah.
They really, really focused on her running.
Yeah.
But
I'm with you, man. Final Fantasy and racing, man. I am stuck on the Forza Motorsport. I can't put it down. It's been my jam all the way from the original. Even the newest one, which is arguably the worst one yet. Still digging it.
Well, we do have a new shirt alert.
New shirt alert.
So
do we have a sounder for that?
I don't know. Maybe
a sounder for that.
I don't think so.
Oh, that's not the one I want.
That works though.
It does. It says alert. What about this one? That seems like the right one.
There you go.
There we go.
But I don't know how long this one will be up, but because our X-Men 97 one got
Oh,
taken off.
X-Men 97
Damn
got
you, Disney.
yeah, Disney decided that it was too close.
too good.
Too close. You must take it
But,
down.
this one, a little bit more fun, a little bit more Canadian.
Fans of a certain sitcom based in a certain prairie province might
Or you might
recognize
go
this
get
one.
gas at the corner.
You might recognize this one.
I like this show, so
Yeah,
this seemed like a good one for me to do.
I feel like that is a very reasonable homage.
Parody
Absolutely.
logo.
Homage. Parody homage? I don't know. Oh, Gaz, isn't that something? You're both wrong. The best was Jack T. Colton from Romancing the Stone and Jewel of the Nile. Wow. Okay, well, listen, if we're gonna go that weird, then I'm gonna trump you, and I'm gonna say that it was Richard Chamberlain in the King Solomon's Mines, and the other, he did like one or two of them, where he played Sean Connery's character in League of Extraordinary Gentlemen.
Oh,
Alan Quatermain.
there you go.
Alan Quatermain as played by Richard Chamberlain. Trump that. Oh, Joe Fan 84. Love Corner Gas.
Mm. But it's on sale for the next 24 hours, I believe, and then
Yeah.
the site wide will be coming up on sale, I believe, next week. So you might want to hold off. Or not.
Yes, if you have any favorite creators that you've been following on TeePublic, hint, 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 wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Mm-hmm.
That's the time.
Yeah.
I'll be ordering some new merch for myself, actually.
Me too. Moving on. Apparently, what's this?
What? Wait.
Update.
Yeah. Oh, the rabbit finally went out. I opened the doors and it ran out from behind the couch.
Excellent.
I love it when it's self-cleaning.
Oh, Gaz gonna raise you.
Oh, yeah? I'll raise you one with Jake Speed. Holy. Oh, my gosh.
We looking him up?
I have to, because I'm like,
Who?
oh, dear Lord, you are really going back.
Uh-oh.
You're really going 1986.
Heading to Buckaroo Banzai territory.
It's funny because the poster actually looks like it could be a Buckaroo Banzai. It could have been a Buckaroo Banzai thing. Oh my gosh. Wayne Crawford. Wow.
Oh.
Do we know? Oh, John Hurt was in that. Okay.
Joe Fan says Red Green Show is my all-time favorite. I loved the Red Green Show.
Keep your stick on the ice.
God damn it, Harold.
Do you know the man prayer?
I do know. Well, I know. Isn't it the Possum Lodge thing too?
Yeah, there's the Morty Funkus, whatever.
Yeah, but then there's the man prayer.
I'm a man. I can
change.
I can
if
change
I have to.
if I have to.
I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Double down with the Remo. I'm all for the Remo Williams, even with the yellow face acting in that movie. I still love that movie.
Don't know that one.
What?
Sorry.
Fred Ward?
Fred Ward. I know Fred Ward.
Fred Ward plays Remo Williams?
In
Remo Williams, The Adventure Begins.
I haven't seen that one.
Oh my God,
Dude, I finally saw Buckaroo Banzai.
Oh, did you like it?
I did.
Okay,
I'm disappointed now we're not getting more.
Yeah, we have to add Remo Williams to your list.
Yes.
Remo Williams. It's kind of a Knight Rider-esque thing where he left for dead, gets a new identity, trains in the mystical martial arts, and then has to stop a criminal organization. It's right around the time when the Statue of Liberty was getting worked on in the 80s.
Okay.
So all the scaffolding is up around the statue. It's a big set piece for the movie. It's totally cool.
Nice.
Yeah. I'm going to go as Red Green for Halloween this year. Nice.
I actually got to meet him after the show up at Casino Rama.
Really?
Yeah. Super quiet, super nice.
I'm a big Steve Smith fan. I've been a fan of Steve Smith since he and his wife had their comedy variety show, Smith and Smith.
Mm-hmm.
They're fantastic, both of them. The slogan in English is "When all else fails, play dead." I love it. Lucky.
He signed my book and everything.
He's a fantastic comedian and a musician and a nice guy.
But moving on here, Tamira Morrison is saying that Boba Fett will not be in The Mandalorian and Grogu.
Now you had said, we talked about this earlier today before the show, and you had asked me, is this an intentional misdirect?
Misdirect? Yeah.
But given that there has been a lot of like in his personal appearances, and people do, they ask him all the time, and he's always sort of been this, I would like to come back, I would like to do this. But he said, there's been no callback. There's been nothing so far. I feel like this might be the truth.
Could be.
I don't want it to be the truth. I want to see more of Boba Fett.
Yeah. He's quoted as saying the show's reception does not seem to have impacted the future of the character in the franchise.
That's unfortunate.
So, I mean, I know a lot of folks weren't super thrilled with the Book of Boba Fett, but
it's not my Boba Fett.
Yeah,
yeah, your Boba Fett had
was
7 minutes of screen time and
2 lines of
Yeah, yeah.
dialogue, and one of them was "Ah!"
put Captain Solo in the cargo hold.
Yep.
He means a lot to me. He's no good to me dead.
There you go.
That's it. That's the Boba Fett you know.
And the faithful Wookiee.
Oh, that's true. But that's a different
That
different
was
actor.
Forever before.
Different actor, yeah.
Yeah. But, I'm hoping it's a misdirect and that he will show up, because I'd take some more Boba Fett.
I would too as well.
But
I thought for sure that he would be back in the movie. I thought he would play a role in that somehow.
even a cameo. Come on.
I mean, Mando needed help. I'm surprised. We were all like, Boba's coming back, and didn't happen.
No. What's Gaz saying here?
With due respect to Tamura, we don't need to have him to have Boba in a show. Yeah, I don't know.
I mean,
what's
does the helmets on? A sound alike. Unfortunately.
That's true. We don't necessarily need him.
But it would be nice.
It's the same, but it's the Pedro Pascal thing all over again, right?
Yeah.
And people were like, people were losing their mind when they found, and there were a lot of people.
3 different people.
I think there's some people out there that still think that Pedro
It's all
Pascal is it.
No,
Newsflash, it really isn't.
he's the face and the speaking voice.
Yeah. He can literally phone it in. Yeah, I always wondered why Fett got so much attention for only being in a very small part of the franchise. Yeah.
It's the original hype machine, right?
It's true.
Cool looking bounty hunter
It's
is
true.
going to deliver on something, and then
it's the minimalist. It's the less is more, and I think because of that, people were able to construct their own sort of like fantasy of what this character, what they wanted him to be, and I think that's where people got upset because it never lived up to what they wanted it to be, which includes some of the Legends material, which did expand on that.
Yeah.
Boba Fett, where? There you go.
This next one here could be good. Apparently, a prequel series is in the works over at Legendary Entertainment for Pacific Rim.
You know what? You know what else Legendary owns?
Some big monster stuff.
We're like one step away. Oh, I love it. Gaz says, I'd like a show pre-Empire with Boba just doing badass bounty hunter stuff. I've said this before, way back.
It would work.
Way back when they announced the Clone Wars. They announced a Boba Fett television show.
Yeah, wasn't it supposed to be him and IG-11 or
there was some talk.
IG-88?
Yeah, there was some talk about that. And I do firmly believe what became the Mandalorian was originally what they were pitching back then.
Yeah.
So on some level, we kind of got that. It's just not Boba Fett.
Yeah.
Pacific Rim was cool. Pacific Rim, the first one.
Didn't like the second one?
Yeah, I didn't not like the first one or the second one. It just wasn't the same. And I mean, I like the people who were involved. Specifically, that movie, part 2, was done by the guy who did Spartacus, Stephen DeKnight.
Okay.
Which is cool because I don't think he had done. It might be. Don't quote me. I think that was his first feature film. But the Guillermo del Toro, the first one, that is a love letter to mecha anime, and it's so drippingly good. I love it. I didn't hate it, but it was yeah, it kind of was. The Jaegers moved. They moved too fluid for me. I like the first one where they still had a robotic
little bit of
chunkiness. They moved fluid enough that they were capable fighters. In the second one, it's like they just mocapped a martial artist, and I just thought it was just too much. The less we knew about Fett, the better.
Yeah, kind of like Wolverine and Yoda.
Yeah. Watching Pacific Rim just makes me demand a Grandizer film. Oh, maybe.
Hmm.
Live action Voltron. I don't know if that would.
You mean Power Rangers?
Oh, Power Rangers does predate that, doesn't it?
Yep. But apparently it's Eric Heiserer who is going to be doing the
Showrunning?
production for it.
Sure.
So
I feel like, did you want, there was the Pacific Rim Into the Black, the Netflix animated
I
series?
did not see that one.
It was okay. It was just okay. But like this being set up as like a prequel, like before the events of the first movie, means we get to see the Jaeger program at the height of
getting into it.
Yeah. Like, because when we get to Pacific Rim, Gypsy Danger is like sort of this like old.
Yeah.
It's
the
all we got left.
version, yeah.
Yeah. So I would like to see, what Gypsy Danger might have been like when it was brand new.
Fresh off the line.
Yeah. So like older generation Jaegers. I think that would be really cool. Manzinger Z, yeah.
But,
or if you're Canadian or anywhere else, Manzinger.
Yeah.
Z.
So here's another one for you. This is a throwback one. On this day in 2016, and this is Canadian for us.
Oh, sure.
The Tragically Hip played their last final show in Kingston. Now, the shot you're looking at here is a drone shot.
I know
of
that
Bob
shot.
Cajun's Main Street.
That's where we're broadcasting from, by the way.
Yeah. And it filled like end to end with folks, and there was multiple screens set up.
Yeah.
And what a night. It's like
Did you watch?
I watched at home on TV.
So did I. I stayed home. I didn't want to go downtown. That is the downtown, and it's only that's less than one city block.
Yeah.
But that is the sum of our downtown. Really just a handful of shops and a couple of restaurants, but there's probably over 1,000 people down there. Yeah,
at
like
least.
It was nuts.
Yeah, wall-to-wall
Absolutely
people.
nuts.
They were on the rooftops as well.
Yeah, and it's kind of funny when I tell people, "Where are you from?" and I say, "I'm from Bob Cajun," and sometimes people will get it. They'll be like the song, and I'll be like, "Yeah," and I've had that. It's a real place. Like, yeah, it really is.
Yep.
Yeah, so it's kind of cool. And then they played here. Well, they did. Well, they didn't
just
play
outside
in town, but it was
outside
billed.
town.
It was billed as the Bob Cajun show when they played it at Lakeview.
It was only 10 minutes out of town.
That's totally acceptable for rural country living.
Yeah, but 11.7 million Canadians tuned in on the CBC to watch.
Yeah.
Which was nice because they did it commercial free, and it was like their gift to Canada.
It was cool. I'd never been to a Tragically Hip show, so it was a very interesting experience for me. And now they've got a documentary coming out here pretty soon, so that's going to be interesting too.
No dress rehearsal.
Yeah.
So
this is our life.
Now, this one kind of came to my attention late today, but we had looked when Todd McFarlane announced. Hit over 1 million for backers.
Why is McFarlane?
But he didn't say doing what.
He's kickstarting something. What?
But turns out what he's kickstarting is a revival of the 1995 medieval Spawn figure, and it's coming in 3 different decos. You get the classic blue and red, the updated black and red, and then the I guess you call it the non-paint version.
Is this the do-it-yourself version?
I guess
it's like what they did with the Warhammer figures.
A little bit, but yeah.
Is this?
Now this is as of a couple hours ago.
Oh, so it's funded.
Oh, it's fully funded. They only wanted 138,000, and they're at 1.3. Well, they're probably over this by now, but 1.3 million as of a couple hours ago.
They only wanted 100 and what thousand?
138.
They were already making this.
Yeah.
For that kind of money, they're already making it.
Yeah.
So what's the point? What is the point of kickstarting this?
Well, there's so many tiers available. Like you can buy just the blue one, the black one, or the prototype one, and then you can get the autograph version of each one, combinations thereof, accessory packs. And then there was 700 available of it's all 3 plus all the autographs plus everything. I think it was like $700. That one sold out.
That's an expensive tier for an action figure.
It is for 3 action figures.
I've spent that kind of money before. Yeah.
Yeah.
So let me.
And Joe Fan says near Pigeon Lake.
Sorry.
Hang on, yes. Hang on. Technical difficulties. They're always fun. But Okay. What's Zazel saying here? As a comic fan that was around during the creation of Image Comics, I'm surprised Spawn is still a thing. Yeah, it's still going. They're up over 300 issues now and still climbing. But yeah, I didn't know this was a thing until we'd seen his post earlier, and looking back into it, the figure itself, it looks cool, but I believe $58 is the low tier just to get a single version of it. But Zazel says ghosts. It could be. We don't know.
No, it's not. You don't smell that?
I do a little bit. But Joe Fan says, I had some Spawn stuff when the movie came out. Well, it was okay. But apparently there is a new movie in the works. It's been like 4 years now or 5 years. But what's Gaz saying here? If this was the Huey Lewis figure, I'd be all in. Todd Father, you there? But no Huey Lewis yet. But that does bring us to our final item of the night. So, yeah, you know who I do. I go out to the toy aisles. I look for random crap. And this week we got a good one.
Sorry for that.
It's all good. Any more to say on Spawn?
For those of you who are watching, my lighting setup here is a little bit janky because it's like USB into a brick into an extension cord, and it's like an old style lamp cord thing. And I have a little. I sensed a little electrical smolder smell. So I'm like,
time to shut it off.
Is there an electrical fire in this room and I'm not aware? Like, are we about to burn down? What's going on here?
Not in the toy room. Come on.
So I thought, you know what? I'll just pull those.
Yeah, just to be safe.
I'll investigate it a little bit more thoroughly after the show, but I feel confident enough to say we are not on fire.
We're okay.
Yeah, we are okay. So yeah, can I more about the Spawn? Medieval Spawn. I feel like Medieval Spawn is one of the more. Would I be incorrect to say that Medieval Spawn is one of the more popular variants?
I would say so. I mean, they brought him back for the Scorched title, and
this prompts me. This prompts my anger in this. It's like, why do you need to kickstart this? We understand that molds are expensive. They're the most expensive part of the toy making process, and the steel molds to make an action figure can be in the tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Yeah.
So when I see such a relatively low number of what they want, I'm like, you've already committed to making it. If you're only asking for that much, if you're just asking just enough to cover the molds, you've already prototyped it. You already know what you're doing.
Yep.
So this one to me is a little bit of a I don't know if this is really the right
avenue for it.
Other than this is this is more of, what do you call that? Can we call it planned exclusivity?
Maybe.
If we put it into the Kickstarter model and we don't do a retail version, then you have to do the Kickstarter or you'll never get it.
Yeah. But Zazel says it's hip to be a toy.
It is. It's hip to be a toy. It doesn't really work in the Huey Lewis. I'd like it to, but it doesn't.
Well, for the Spawn, it's hip to be scarce.
Or in the case of the electrical fire, it's not hip to be scared.
No.
Oh, maybe just some dust that got hot on the plug. I hope so. So
is this a situation where you just hawk to spit on that thing?
Oh, dude. That's not.
That's terrible.
Let's not do that.
Okay. Anyway, moving on. So this week at the Dollarama toy aisle, Spider-Man fans rejoice. The Spider-Y and his amazing friends figures are back.
Oh yeah,
$5 a figure. They're really kid-oriented, but they're cute. They're chunky. They're good for your kids. Selling for $5 a piece. Regular retail on Amazon $14.99.
Cool.
Yeah,
that's very cool.
The other one that popped up this week, the Disney 100th anniversary collectible minifigure blind boxes are selling for $3 each. Regular retail, most of the time online, for $10.
That's still a pretty decent savings.
It is. The trick with this one, though, there is a blind box code on it. So if you can track it down online, or we could post it on ours, I don't know. But there's 100 figures in the collection.
Oh dear.
So at $3, you are already looking at 300 plus tax if you get singles
If
every
you're
time.
if you're going all in.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So this list is essential if you're going all in on these.
But it's hit Dollarama, which
It has.
means wherever these were sold originally have come and gone.
Yeah.
So what are the chances that there's even enough to complete?
Well,
I
you are going to be hunting store to store to store because the cases they're getting in
Yeah.
are boxes.
What are they? 6, 8?
I believe they're boxes of 12.
Oh, 12. Okay.
Or no, I'm wrong. They're boxes of 24. There's
24.
12 on
All right.
each level.
Yep.
So if you get a full case, you get 24, which isn't even a quarter, but that's before, repeats within the same box.
Okay.
But because I know there's a couple my wife wants specifically, so.
Oh, nice.
And the Dollarama groups.
You will buy these until you find it.
Yeah, well, I will buy the ones I have to because I've got the codes.
Oh, good. You've got all of them.
I've been following the Dollarama groups. Yeah, we've got 1 through 100.
Oh, that's good.
All sourced out. So
So now you know what you're hunting for.
I do.
That's good.
So I will not be wasting $300 trying to figure out which one's which. But
call me dumb, by the way. I didn't know y'all were in the same room. So the funny thing is, yeah, we are. Yes, we are. So the funny thing is that it's 2 different cameras. Andy's on a webcam and I'm on a mirrorless camera. So there's enough of a fidelity difference that it's still, there is that, modicum of illusion there.
yeah,
It's so obvious, but I never paid attention. Yeah, I just thought having each of us in our own camera. We've tried to do it before. We did a stream
way back at the beginning. We would be
a year
single
ago.
camera for like 4 of us.
A year ago at Christmas, we did a stream. All 3 of us, was you, me, and Hank, and we just sat in the middle.
Yeah,
We all sort of talked at one microphone and one camera. It worked.
Yeah,
but for the way that we do it, I think this works really well. Having each of us having our own slot. I still don't think they are. Kayfabe, it's real to me.
it's all AI.
I love
all
it.
AI generated.
I love it.
Come on.
I love it. I thought you had the same setup.
My collection is nowhere near as nicely displayed.
No, but it's probably bigger than mine.
Maybe.
All I want is the Ernest Borgnine Harry Booth character figure from that blind box collectible figures.
Fair enough. I don't know if he's in that one, but
It does work well. I think so.
mhm.
I think so. At some point, I will replace the webcam with either a higher resolution or better webcam, or if I can find another cheap body, I'll do another mirrorless camera, because there's nothing like having a camera that you can swap a new lens onto.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But that does bring us to the end of the night.
My God, that was
This was a longer than
yeah, that
normal one.
was a much longer one than I was anticipating. Just over 2 hours and 7 minutes.
Mhm.
My God, for those of you that stuck it out with us, thank you so much. Sorry for the panic. I think we're burning moment. Crisis averted. Everything's okay.
The roof is not on fire.
The roof is not on fire.
So we don't need no water. Nothing's going to burn.
If you're looking for a lighter show, come and see us on Sunday as we talk about the next episode. It's episode number 5 of the 1985 Ewoks animated series on our review series, Tales from the Moon of Fandor.
Traveling Jindas.
Yeah, this one, the Traveling Jindas, and it's a tough watch. I've tried to get through it 3 times now, and by the end of it, I'm like, please make it stop. Which is funny because I've genuinely been enjoying these
Mhm.
so far. So maybe I just need to be in the right frame of mind for it.
Maybe.
But that's it for me. I got nothing else, man. How about you?
I'm all tapped out.
Cool. All right. So Sunday night, 6 p.m. Eastern time. Otherwise, same time next week, Tuesday night, for the 73rd edition of Random Fandom Tuesday.
Edging up to that number 75.
I know, man. I know.
Oh my God, Kaz.
The burning smell was the Ewoks, Monchi-Chi's rule. Take that back. No, don't take it back. You stand on that hill.
There you go.
Ewoks are coming to eat you.
Murder bears.
All right. Listen, everybody. Remember, whatever your thing is, fan on. And for Fandom Power, my name is Wes.
I'm Andy.
And we'll see you on the next one. Bye for now, everybody.